I mean, where the fuck should I really even start? I got hoes that I'm keeping in the dark. I got my niggas across the street living large. Thinking back to the fact that they dead on my raps while the facts they sat with the bars. I got 2 phones wanting me to charge. Yeah, they twins, I could tell they ass apart. I got big packs coming on the way. I got big stacks coming out the save. I got hoes that I'm keeping in the dark. I got my niggas across the street living large. Thinking back to the fact that they dead on my raps while the facts they sat with the bars. I got 2 phones wanting me to charge. Yeah, they twins, I could tell they ass apart. I got big packs coming on the way. I got big stacks coming out the save. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. Put this nigga on my face. Pose with a mask and a cage. Die with no money out in paid. Still on top, and these niggas wanna swap. Niggas wanna swap like the sauce in a box. I don't wanna change cause I'm good around match. I'm top, so I'm always good around match. Put a Junior, Jazzy, Baby J. Tell them what I got for my money in a put the niggas to the small like the lips. She fucking get that shit on to the next. Really giving large shit all with a Mac. When you niggas thinking small in the mall with a wreck. Roll with us if you really wanna get it. Go get a $500,000 in a sprinter. Phone in the bitches know a big tipper. I got the hook up and it really know limit. Can't focus on you niggas DNA. Ricky smell is indicated with the gate. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. When I die, put my money in the grave. I really gotta put a couple niggas in their place. Really just slapped every nigga in a face. I really might tap realest nigga on my face. LCC, let it slap with a face. I used to save hoes with a mask and a cage. Now I'm like, nah, love, I'm good, go away. Ain't about to die with no money out in baby. I was on top when that shit been a lot. Still on top like I'm scared of the drop.
In the day, in the night, say right, say oh. You either got it or you don't. You either stand or you fall. When your will is broken, when it slips from your hands, when there's no time for joking, there's a hole in the plan. Oh, you don't mean nothing at all to me. No, you don't mean nothing at all to me. Oh. I can say that I'm not lost and unfold. I can say that I don't love the light and the dark. I can say that I don't know that I am alive, and I love what I feel. I could show you tonight, you tonight. Oh, you don't mean nothing at all to me. No, you don't mean nothing at all to me. But you got what it takes
All rise for the Honorable Judge Ethan Klein. This episode is brought to you by Ridge and Quip.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bailiff. You may be seated. Welcome, everybody, to another session of the Content Court. I am your Honorable Judge Ethan Klein. This court is now in session. Today, we are looking at the conquest of the Ace family. This is not our first look at a family. Yeah, conquest. I'm going to even say conquest. They have conquered YouTube. This channel is extraordinary big, coming almost to 20 million subscribers, and the breadth of their enterprises is astounding. As someone who hasn't followed them, barely knew about their existence, I'm shocked by their popularity. Mm-hmm. And so let's take a look and see what is the Ace family up to. A little background. Ace family consists of 3 original members. You've got Catherine, and I guess the husband is a college basketball star, Austin McBroom. Was he really a basketball star in college?
Well, college basketball, but yeah.
And there are 3 children, Ella, Allie, and Steele. That's kind of a badass name. Steele. Fuck yeah.
I think it's just L.
Wow. Alaya.
Oh, L. They got the name Ace family by using the first letters of the original 3 cast members, Austin, Catherine, L. Ace. The Ace family has attracted more than 19 million subscribers since launching their YouTube in 2016. Now their once humble vlog is a full-time cringe enterprise growing bigger every day. Next slide. They're being charged today with statutory douchebaggery. What does statutory actually mean, by the way? Like statutory, isn't that underage?
Well, I think the expression is just referring to it's by some sort of criminal statute. It's not. You're thinking of statutory rape, but that's just one statutory. No, Vin, we don't talk to you, baby, about statutory rape. What the hell is wrong with you, Vin?
Vin Diesel! You mentioned statutory rape, and Vin, it goes, talk to me, baby. That's the best thing ever. Oh, Vin Diesel, I noticed you were really quiet during the episode with Belle Delphine, too. Thank you for refraining during that. A lot of people comment. Oh, my God. Criminal snakishness. And misdemeanor destructive delusions? Jesus, okay. Going in, huh? All right, opening statements. AB, would you like to begin by saying your case against the Ace family, please?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, today we'll be visiting the Ace family, a family who on the surface looks like they're the perfect Disney fairy tale dream. They have everything. They have looks. Seemingly they are happy, but taking a deeper look, it seems like there's more to the story. And part of me feels bad talking about what looks like such a genuinely happy family. But another part of me, maybe call it my conscience, Your Honor, says, who you kidding, eh? We need to go after these guys. They're full of shit. And today I present a case to the court that I think will prove that they are not what they seem. Thank you.
I like the court definitely recognizes the who you kidding. And so certainly taken, no taken. AI Ian.
Cheers!
Do you have any retort?
Hey! Hey, how you doing?
What the?
Oh, bruh.
Wait, whose hand is that? Handing you a microphone.
His hand is like backwards.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, why are we holding a mic today?
Bruh. I just wanted to try something a little more loose, a little more free-flowing.
Why?
You know, I don't know. I'd mix it up.
All right. So what's your opening statement?
Bruh. We're reinforcing family values. It's lit.
Whoa. You're coming in quiet. Is that your real microphone that you're using?
All I'm saying is family values are lit and cool and awesome and cool.
Well, are you saying they have good family values? I mean, why are you twitching?
Like
AI
angry.
Yeah, it looks like
he's
short-circuiting out a little bit.
When I think about people, talking down on families, family values, bonding, It just really grinds my friggin' gears.
I don't understand what.
Is it because he has no family?
He is a family. He's connected to the internet. Every robot, every toaster is his cousin.
That's very poetic.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what your point was, but thank you for submitting whatever that was. All right, thank you.
Avant-garde lawyer, baby.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Bruh.
I don't know what that was. All right, moving on. Let's start. First charge, statutory douchebaggery. We have a. What the fuck is this? What is this picture of?
That is his face on a douchebag.
Oh, it's
that's a literal
douche.
douchebag.
Right.
Yeah.
I never knew what a douchebag was.
You insert it and then you squeeze, and I guess it rinses.
God bless.
But you know,
Nice.
But does anyone use this?
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming some people use douches. And anyway, here's one with. I would buy. That's pretty cool merch, actually. I feel like that's kind of cool merch.
That's true.
All right, the jet ski situation. In August of 2019, the Ace family uploaded a video of Austin riding a jet ski in his swimming pool, spilling excessive water out all down the hill. There were complaints that the water was causing mudslides and damage to the neighbor's property. So what I'm going to show you is the video, his video, and then I'm going to show you the neighbor's video.
Oh
so you
my
can
God.
see kind of the two perspectives. Now, this video has 9 million views, by the way, August 2019. You know, they live in Woodland Hills, by the way. So, although I know they have like this huge, expensive, beautiful house, but Woodland Hills is a working class neighborhood. They're on top of the hill. So, it's not like they're pouring water down on like super rich people's houses and stuff. These are like very working class people. Oops. Let's go.
You're disrespectful to our pool.
What?
You're so disrespectful to our pool.
What about your neighbors, dum-dum?
Oh my gosh.
What?
I can't believe you're actually doing this. Ace family, like 6 months ago, Austin said he was gonna get a jet ski in this pool. And I didn't think he was actually gonna do it.
Ace family, this pool is so big that you could put a damn
It's not
jet
that
ski
big, right?
in the pool.
Like,
so why not?
It's not that
You only
big.
got one life to live. I tell everyone. You only got
It's
one
big,
life
but
to live.
not
How
jet
are you
ski
gonna
big.
live it?
Tell him in the comments that this is disrespectful.
I mean, yeah, it's not the ocean.
It's dangerous.
It's not. So.
Ace family, I would never do anything.
So
to
I think
hurt
that's
myself.
it. The other
nor
video,
my-
you can see he's really
Why have to-
displacing
but,
water.
like,
What a great example for the kids.
Ding ding.
coming, Dad is coming.
Okay, so anyway, this is the view of the neighbors downhill from him.
Wow, let's go.
There's another video, which I'll show you afterwards, which is way worse. You see all the water spilling out here?
Oh,
It's just straight up mudslides.
oh my God.
Just tons of mud pouring out into the neighbor's yard.
Wow.
Which, my first thought was like, that pool seems poorly built. Stop! Oh, that was my favorite part. Listen to this.
Stop!
The neighbor screaming, stop. So this was the first time, okay?
Wow.
Even after he created a mudslide in the neighborhood, he did it again.
Are you serious?
Watch this one. This one's even crazier.
What?
Austin, no!
Oh my
Watch how much
God.
water he displaces. Look at this.
Why are you doing that?
Oh my God, Austin!
Look at all this water he displaces, dude.
Stop!
So, you know.
No, this is not cool. This guy's like,
Look at all the water coming out of the pool.
he's mentally like 5-year-old.
Well, wait. Yeah, look at this.
Oh my God.
You know when you're in the ocean and you do this stuff to like splash water on people? He's doing that with mudslides to his working class neighbors. So,
Wow.
so there you go. The jet ski situation.
Stop!
It's definitely a situation.
You know, it's a perfect example of just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something.
Right. And also of a not fully functioning brain.
Well, yeah, I think they have like vlogitis, where it's like you have brain virus of the vlogger, where you just do dumb shit for. It's like
Yeah.
what happens to Jake Paul. He's like, I need to make content now. My pool in the backyard's on fire and I'm burning down the whole neighborhood and the mayor's tweeting at me.
Or the suicide forest.
I'm trying to get some attention.
It should be a condition. The suicide
Vlogitis.
forest condition.
Vlogitis.
Yeah.
Like vlogitis.
Yeah, it's like vlogitis, right? It is a mental condition. It's just not well researched yet. Here's one of the neighbors saying, hey, can the next douchebag of the day be the Ace family for renting a jet ski in the pool and creating mudslides to destroy my uncle's property and grapes? They have done it multiple times, and we told the city, but they continue to do it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and then so she responded, this woman, by the way, she goes out in response to this guy who said, you destroyed my uncle's yard. She said, oh, nothing. People just hate to see happy people minding their own business, living their life, and staying in their own lane. So I'm just smiling at them. How do we know this is in response to that?
No, it wasn't. She tweeted this. She just tweeted these smiley faces after this person tweeted this. And after they were getting
someone said what's happening?
Referencing it. Yeah, someone asked what's happening, and she explained.
I mean, I feel like they have a legitimate grievance. You should just say sorry and not do it again.
What's with the staying in their own lane? Your mod didn't stay in your lane.
Yeah, you literally didn't stay in your lane. Like, quite literally.
What lane are we talking about?
And then someone said, if you're mad jealous at the Ace family house, what does that say about you? Instead of coming up with reasons why that you shouldn't have this life, come up with reasons why you should. Being sour about their beautiful house is nowhere to start. In defense
say
of
it louder, mama.
And then he says, say it louder, mama. Ha ha.
Wow. What a great community they're brewing there.
Just say, we're sorry. We won't fucking put a jet ski in our pool anymore. You know? Damn.
You're just jealous.
Yeah, I am.
You're just jealous. And YOLO are two common defenses that they give.
I mean, the jealous defense is quite versatile, I have to say. It's quite versatile. Okay, moving on to the next crime here. Stealing designs from a smaller designer.
Our favorite.
Yeah, we're very familiar with this. Austin came across some headband designer he was a fan of and reached out to see if they wanted to collaborate. The designer goes by the name of Urban Trademark 7. The two gentlemen meet up and they allegedly agreed on doing a collab. Shortly after this meeting, Austin released his own headbands that looked like a ripoff of Urban Trade 7's design. Austin also allegedly copied his mobile merch store idea as well. So let's look at the evidence here. Now, here's on the right is the DMs between them that this guy posted. Austin said, what's good, bro? I randomly popped in your shop today and I got a couple of headbands. I noticed your username on the tag and wanted to hit you up to see if you're interested in collaborating. Let me know. And he was just like, yeah, for sure. Let's meet up. Yada, yada, yada. So here's this guy kind of retelling.
We've been getting a lot of comments lately asking us what happened with the Ace family in this truck. So we just wanted to address it and let you guys hear firsthand from our mouths what really happened.
My first thought when I saw this video was like, turn the music up, bro.
Got a vibe.
Turn that music up. I don't want to hear what he has to say. Just want to chill for a minute. I think it's funny when they play the music too loud. You're like, what? What? Oops. Let's vibe.
We've been getting a lot of comments lately and let you guys hear firsthand from our mouths. What
Turn it up.
happened.
He reached out from the text messages that I post and I was like, for sure. Let's link up and try to put something together. We linked up. First thing when I got there, he's like, bro, did you bring some bands? Bro, I want to get some more from you. I'm like, yeah, I got some in the car. So then from there, I was like, all right, well, what I could do is I can make a couple exclusively for you, and then we could sell them, and then, you know, when I link back up, I'll make them. When I link back up, we could negotiate, like, the price. And a couple days later, I seen on YouTube, he had on the band, some bands that looked like Fortnite for him and his daughter. They was mad thick. They wasn't, I just know my work, and I was like, Lika, come here, look at this. I hit him up. I'm like, bro, what's up with this? People do that, man. People
turn it up.
Really
it is really loud.
Rip you off so fast that I'm not the only one that's been done too. I'm pretty sure. But
feeling this beat. I can't really hear what he's saying.
Another thing was dope is I'm working.
He should be shouting
on the drop that we can like basically do
rewind time.
Where every band that I make exclusively for you, We pop up. We could.
Zach, why are you playing Will Smith sound bites?
Yeah.
I feel like it's vaguely racist that you're playing Will Smith sound bites. I just want to throw that out there. Like, what's the relevance? Other than that they're both black.
I mean, I didn't even put two and two together there.
All right.
Does Zach have a defense lawyer?
Zach, AI Ian, what do you say? In the would you like to prosecute Zach?
I'm gonna have to pass on this case.
Oh my god.
He was just vibing.
I wasn't trying to be racist. I was just a vibe.
No, I'm just kidding. I was enjoying it. I just thought I'd call you out. It's funny.
Yeah.
I was laughing when I heard Will Smith. It's rewind time.
That's hot.
We've been getting a lot of comments lately.
Just giving you a hard time. Keep it up. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
it's
want to
funny.
disrupt your creative juices, bro. Please don't.
Working on the truck that I'm about to drive. That we can like basically do pop-ups where every band that I make exclusively for you, we pop up, we could sell them, and then
All right, bro. You really suck at this. Let me explain better than you. Here, can you play some super loud music as I describe what he's trying to say? Basically, Austin came. He said, "Yo, I like your headband. Let's collab." Then he disappeared and he put out headbands similar to his. But then, what really pissed him off? Turn it up. Turn it up louder. And then what happened was, then what really pissed him off was Austin went and made an ice cream truck merch store just like he had. Turn it up. Turn it up louder. And so, this guy's whole thing is he cruises around in an ice cream merch truck. That's how he sells his headband. And so then Austin cruises up. Turn it up. And he's like, yo, I got an ice cream store. From Ace Family, Austin McBroom.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna fucking sweep his ass out of this courtroom, McBroom. And so this is his ice cream truck.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And so now Austin, by the way, gets defensive as usual and starts trashing on this dude on his Instagram Live. Listen.
I think there was some other fucking random ass dude talking about I fucking copied his ice cream truck. Who the fuck is? I don't even know who the fuck he is.
Oh,
I forgot all about him. I met with this dude literally over a year ago. Talking about his headbands. I liked his headbands. Went to the store, saw some headbands, hit him up, wanted to collab. He didn't want to collab with me because he tried to say that the headbands were expensive. He was bullshitting. He was trying to get over on me, so I said, you know what, bruh?
By the way, you know that's not true. He definitely wanted to collab with you. It's a huge opportunity for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to have my grandma make me my own headbands. Because everybody sell headbands in the stores. All the stores sell headbands. You ain't the first headband maker. Who the fuck you think you are? You the inventor of headbands? You idiot. So I made my own headbands. He got mad because I posted it and I had a little following. He got mad. I was wearing my headbands with L. He was like, this dude's he tried to take my idea. He took the idea where you put the band around your head and you cross it and you tie it and you put it in your head. He stole that from me. Austin from the Ace Family stole my art, and I don't like him. Don't like him, right? So then, a year later, just like Fred, the Ace Family's blowing up. I'm itching for that clout pill. I need that clout. Ace Family blowing up. They got over 10 million subs. I'm trying to get some attention. He comes out after we have made an ice cream truck from SD Wraps. They literally customized this random as fuck. They came up with it with their own.
By the way, he starts by saying, I don't even remember this guy. And then he details every fucking single thing that happened between them. Like, you clearly remember it quite vividly.
Real quick, too, the offhanded mention of Fred. I looked into that. Fred was their original director of their videos on their channel, who they stiffed for a bunch of money, and then he revealed that they were actually only paying him $150 per video.
What?
$150? That's not even like going rate.
No, and that guy did a whole exposed thing as well about.
That's not even a day rate for like a gaffer.
No, that's not a day rate for a
anything.
PA.
He had agreed to do it for that low,
I mean.
for credit in their videos, and then they didn't credit him, like they had agreed upon.
They're so wealthy too.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being so? Just wait. Like the cherry on top is coming.
Oh,
you think these
really?
motherfuckers are cheap? Just wait.
I can't believe this whole thing. He's just out there shitting on this poor guy, like for no reason. He said at this point he has 10 million followers, so he's sending all that to this guy.
And if you look at the comments, everyone's like, cry laughing emoji, clapping. It's like,
Yeah,
who the
also,
fuck watched this idiot?
I don't know what he's thinking, that he's like doing some Eddie Murphy bit or something.
Yeah, he thinks he's a comedian.
Chill. You're not.
He thinks he's Kevin Hart or something.
Yeah.
I need that clout. They made the ice cream truck literally in a day, right? We release it. He tries to come out and say, we took his idea from getting an ice cream truck. You know how many ice cream trucks are out there?
What do you mean, how many ice cream trucks are out there? Like, you're not selling ice cream.
Yeah.
He's not accusing you of inventing an ice cream truck, bro.
And did y'all see what his ice cream truck looked like? It's half the size of this.
Cool, you're rich. You have a big ice cream
wow.
truck. You definitely didn't copy him.
Our ice cream truck is bigger.
It's half the size of that shit.
So?
I'm just like, I might really start selling the clout pill. Stop! That's gonna really help people, like a lot. It's gonna save a lot of lives and keep a lot of people from getting in trouble. So I might invent the clout pill.
So this is what he says about all of the people who, I quote, are haters. He says they're trying to get the clout pill.
Yeah, it sounds like he's ODing on that clout pill.
Well, you know, if you are have already
Got him.
named the clout pill, I think you may be having too many conflicts with people.
Yeah.
If you're already kind of, you know what I mean? Good point, though. You got to check the dosage on that, Hila. Right.
I need that clout.
When you take too much clout pill, you end up in on a jet ski in your pool, causing landslides.
When you hear your neighbor yelling, stop, and you're like, bro, you're jealous, right?
You're just on the clout. You're chasing that clout pill, bro. Stop! You're flooding my yard. Stop! Haters. Stop! I'm just staying in my lane. Yeah, this shit's great, right? Okay, and now Austin has been accused multiple times of cheating on his wife.
Ooh.
Now, obviously, there's no concrete proof. What I can only show you is the evidence, and we can draw our best assumptions. It's not conclusive, and these are not statements of fact. We are just simply reviewing the evidence. Okay, in a Snapchat video uploaded by Alyssa Violet, you can see Austin in the back of a car full of other girls while his wife is at home pregnant. This video was taken at Coachella 2018. Alyssa Violet, you know who she is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you tell me what you would think if you were if this was me and you saw this and you were at home pregnant with Theodore. Took in the back with his face covered.
Oh my god. What?
Someone save me.
What, Dan? No, well, I think what's important is to see what's going on in that car.
Yeah.
He's in the car.
Yeah.
He's there. He's in the fucking... whatever this is, man.
What?
This ain't a scene for a married man, I'll tell you that. But that's it.
Oh my goodness.
And so all the fans and stuff are worried about him and stuff. And oh, I'll play the whole video. Everyone's like, yo, how was Coachella? Why were you in the car drunk while your woman's at home taking care of toddlers? This video seems off. I'm worried they had a fight. I saw Alyssa's Snapchat. He says he left Coachella because he doesn't drink or smoke. Yet he was obviously shit-faced in the back of the car. His body language was completely off. He didn't look.
Peed in my basement.
He just peed in his basement. Okay, and then his wife, yet again, comes to the response. Someone says, I just realized I would be torn up if I saw them slip up because this drama legit stressing me out. She said, what drama? My husband and I are happy as shit. By the way, that's kind of a red alert, that statement alone.
Yeah.
We're happy as shit.
Yeah.
I swear, when people reach any level of success, people just want to bring joy down with them.
Weird ass people.
I'm sorry.
This girl is concerned for you. You're gonna call her weird ass people?
I actually thought her statement of all the ones I read was really the nicest of them all.
That's so funny. This is like a fan that's worried for them.
Dude, if I...
You worried for me? You weird ass weirdo.
That situation was
Don't bring me down.
I don't think that was a good look for a married man to be in that situation while his pregnant wife's at home. You know what I mean? Like straight up.
There's some straight up weirdos on the internet.
Pretty objectively bad situation.
Now, I'm not saying he cheated, but God, the Lord knows it doesn't look good, right?
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that they get so defensive. Instead of being like, you know what, he was he was just in the car with them. It's all.
How
good.
about like thank you for your concern?
Yeah. She's like, I would be devastated if anything ever happened with you guys. Fuck you, bitch ass hater. Okay.
I need that clout.
Here we continue on. Further allegations. Twitter and Instagram account at BellaCGRR said that Austin was cheating on his wife, Catherine. Some said Austin slept with some of her friends and made them sign an NDA. Hey, girl, the odds you'll read this are slim to none. I want to let you know because... Oh, so this is a message she got from some random, apparently.
Oh, and she posted them?
Yes. The other girl posted them. Hey, girl, the odds you'll read this are slim to none. I wanted to let you know because you deserve to know. As a mother and as a woman, last weekend, Austin was with some friends of mine in Miami. He slept with one of them and made her sign an NDA.
Huh.
I was just talking about that with somebody about how all these freaks make like, that's just like the funniest move ever to sign like, hey baby, let's
yeah.
Okay, I need you to sign this.
Nice.
I didn't think it was fair at all with you home with the babies waiting on him. I'm disappointed as I've been a fan since your first little apartment since Elle wasn't even out of your belly yet. Hope you see this. I'm not messaging you for clout or to start drama. Couldn't scroll past your pictures and not say anything.
Can we just erase the word clout?
I know. It's crazy that people really use that word unironically.
Yeah.
And so now Catherine, the wife, is back at it again on Twitter. Oh my God, laugh my ass off. Post your proof that people want to see. How about you post what you got, and if someone tries to sue you, I'll pay for it. Deal? I swear, people believe everything they read. But this one, so I will say in their defense, the girl who messaged her did not ever send proof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one's very thin. Next one, however, is much more damning, in my opinion. More allegations came out in October 2019. An Instagram account named Heidi McCollin released DMs between the two, also claiming that Austin got her pregnant. The Instagram account has since been deleted. She wrote in a story, I'm tired of being harassed. I was used and told lies, and now you want to harass, threaten, and deny my unborn child. I don't think so. I've kept quiet for weeks, but no more. I hope you learn, and I hope people know that all the rumors of how rude you are off camera is true. You're a totally different person off camera, the most disrespectful man I've ever met. Me and my baby will be fine. Stop trying to contact me. I am more upset with myself that I fell for your lies. Now, here is DMs that are between him and her.
Wow.
So unless they're doctored, this is really compelling stuff. And I mean, we can't rule out the possibility because I think we all know how easy it is to fake a conversation, but
for sure.
I'll read it. It looks real though. He said, have you told anyone? She said, no, I haven't. No one but my sister, and I've told her I'm pregnant, nothing more. What the fuck? Why would you tell someone? Unblock my number. Don't say shit to anyone else. Unblock my number. What the fuck, man? That baby probably isn't mine anyway. Please, can we just talk? Call me when you're ready to. She said, leave me alone. He said, please. Please, and then he continues, please, can we just talk? Call me when you are ready to. She said, please leave me alone. He continues, please, I'm just scared. You would understand, but no, don't need this getting out. Just want to handle it quietly. I'll pay you whatever you want. Please just don't read. It's really small, so I'm trying to read it. Please just don't need this getting out. In the media, please delete the pictures of us together if you have them as proof. I'm begging. Please send me as proof. I'm begging. And please unblock me. She's posting these DMs in her stories. She says, I could post more, but that would really break your image. Now, wouldn't it? At Austin McBroom. What do you think about that?
That's wild.
So my theory, and it is just a theory, because they're always really quick to be like, this is wrong, this isn't real. The fact that they ignored it makes me think he paid her off or something.
Yeah.
And then she erased her
And then
account.
probably erasing the account was part of it.
Yeah, because they're rich as fuck. They could pay her a ton of money. And my theory on this is probably the wife knows about all this stuff.
Yeah.
And she's just, they just like this life. And I think she
Well,
just
I
knows.
think between them, I'm sure there's like lots of arguments, but for them, they're like, we can't risk our business.
Exactly.
And our business is being like a happy family.
Well, you'll find out later, actually, that they admit, like, they're almost admitting, like, happily that, oh, we didn't talk for 6 days. Haha. You'll see. That's coming up, right, AB?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So, but again, we're just assuming here, obviously. So, but as with all family vlogs, you can pretty much assume that the tip of the iceberg is just that, you know?
Yeah.
You see the pretty picture, and then once the cameras go off, boy, it's a whole different world. So I feel like we have reviewed quite a lot of evidence on Austin McBroom being a douchebag. AI Ian, would you like to defend your client?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I got a couple charges here, so I'll have to run through them. First, Mr. Klein, I have a question for you. Do you own a jet ski?
No, I do not.
When was the last time you rode a jet ski?
Probably several years.
So it's been a while. So it's probably hard to recall the feeling of sitting on a RXPX 300 Wave Runner, you know, belly full of barbecue brisket with just the wind at your back, feeling so good.
Why barbecue brisket?
Do you know that? Do you understand that feeling, Mr. Klein?
Sure, I could put myself there.
So if Austin McBroom is sitting in the middle of Los Angeles, no big body of water in sight,
well,
and he's got a beautiful, stunning, beautiful sea-doo, and no sea to do?
Okay.
I mean, come on, you're going to want to throw that bad boy in the fucking pool.
Okay, all right, sure.
Just to get a feel.
Something tells me AI
California
Ian,
is on the ocean.
yeah, it's really not that far from the ocean. But, you know, AI Ian, something tells me you took a little too many clout pills today.
You know, I'm not on trial here. Irrelevant. Remove it from the record.
The record remains. Anything else to say about other than that the ocean's not near, so you justify putting a jet ski in a swimming pool? I mean, you're in Los Angeles. It's not even like you're in Kansas or something.
I mean, you know, that's just one charge. There's multiple things. We got to keep it pushing. What was the other thing? The headband? Was that? Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, first of all, I think you guys... I don't remember the details. I don't remember whether you stole the design from James Charles or whatever. I think you might have. I don't remember. I wasn't too familiar with that. I think that's what happened. But you guys are not impartial. This hits a little too close for home. I think the judge has to recuse himself.
Oh.
Okay, that's a fair...
Sister snatched.
Yeah. I certainly can see your point on that one. It's maybe something that I would rule in bias.
Should we hear
And then what was the other? The other one was what, cheating?
Why are you asking me? You're the lawyer, dude.
I'm just.
Yes,
you guys threw a lot at me.
Cheating.
All
yes.
right. Well, did we see the plug go in the socket?
No.
We got a picture of that.
No.
Then this is all speculation in it.
All right.
In it, bruv.
Are you done?
It's speculation in it, bruv.
Why did you turn to English all of a sudden? Bruv.
I rest my case.
All right, bruv.
All right, mate.
AB, bring it home. Come on, baby.
Okay,
bring it home now.
I got you. All right. Well, first of all, everyone knows that James' sister snatched Teddy Fresh's design. Of course, I don't even think that needs to be discussed.
Thank
you. Saying that he didn't cheat, we were not trying to prove that he did in fact cheat. We were trying to prove that he's a douche, and I think that's. So yeah. That being said, there's a lot I could say. I feel like the case kind of speaks for itself. But when I was doing my research, I came across a comment from someone named Abu Batata 420. Abu Batata means father of potatoes in Arabic, just for the record. And he said, Austin McBroom is like a human version of an Axe spray bottle. And I feel like that sums him up pretty well. That comment really resonated with me, really stuck with me, and I haven't been able to get it out since. So I'm going to end my prosecution by saying that Austin is a human Axe body spray bottle. That's all.
Got him.
Human Axe spray bottle. That's pretty funny. Okay. Well, let's deliberate, shall we, Ela? Let's just.
Let's go. Okay. Father of potatoes.
Okay. Let's review. The first count is the jet ski. He's causing a landslide. The dude screams stop. They still do it. I mean, even doing... Let me ask you something.
He's a douche.
Let me ask you a question. Hypothetically, is it douchey to just do it once? Like, let's say that he didn't cause a landslide and his neighbors didn't get mad. Is it douchey to do it in that perfect vacuum?
It's douchey, but forgivable.
Right. It's the fact that he caused a landslide and did it again that really puts him in that category.
Calling them jealous on Twitter.
Right. Telling them to stay in their lane or something. Sure. On to the second point, the headband stealing. Although AI Ian does raise a good point that I probably can't rule without bias, I also would tell you that this is my courtroom and fuck you and fuck the procedures, right? Hey, come on.
I need that clout.
I'm taking that clout pill, boy. He's probably gonna be pissed about this video, knowing how defensive he gets. I'm gonna need some of that clout pill. Bye. Anyway, did he rip? I wouldn't say he ripped off the guy's design. Clearly, his designs are different. But he basically stole the guy's whole business model, and then like made fun of him on Instagram instead of giving him a shout out, which is what he really deserved. You know. So, dude, like for sure, douche.
Yeah.
No question.
No.
And then the second one was cheating. Again, no evidence, but you know, he was the concrete, indisputable thing was he was in that car with all those girls, which is really douchey to begin with. All the DMs and stuff is speculation, so I can't really say one way or the other on those. I can't hold those those don't hold up in the court of content. But on all three counts, I gotta find the boy guilty. Being a douche. Austin McBroom is a giant douche. Hear ye, hear.
Double kill.
Hear ye, hear you. It's a triple kill, actually, Zach.
Yeah, it really wasn't a double kill.
Triple kill soundbite? Triple kill.
There you go.
Yes. Austin, you are a douchebag. This is me calling you a douchebag. This court finds you guilty. Now, guys, this is only the beginning.
But we do need to take a brief recess.
We'll take a quick break to thank this court's... we'll take a recess to thank our sponsors and be right back with even juicier charges. Thank you to Quip for sponsoring this courtroom. Quip is the toothbrush we all mother, love, and love because it is accessible, it's affordable, and it gives you the best clean pretty much in the game. I'm obsessed with toothbrushes, with brushing, and from the minute I first touched a Quip and laid its beautiful bristles in my mouth, I was in love. As a snob for like soft brush heads, first of all, this is something that they don't tell you, but it has really soft, unique bristles that are. It's kind of like made of like a really soft plastic kind of vibe. So it definitely cleans your teeth, but it doesn't harm your gums at all. And I'm so obsessed with the bristles. But besides that, it vibrates. You click a button, it vibrates, and then it pulsates every 30 seconds, so you know when to switch to the next quadrant of your mouth 4 times. Left, right, 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 boom, you're done. 2-minute brush. So you get that perfect brush every time. It's an incredible invention. It gives you the best brush in the game. It's a tight little pulsating tube. I mean, what really more do you need to know about it? I recommend it big time. I love the damn thing. And if you guys haven't tried a Quip yet, I would definitely get on the Quip train and give it a shot and see if you don't love it. Because compared to other electric toothbrushes, it's a steal. And it's just as good. So if you go to getquip.com/H3 right now, you'll get a first refill for free. That's your first refill free. If you don't know what that means, they give you a replacement brush head and toothpaste. So that you just pop, if it gets worn out, so you just pop the top off and pop a new one on. So you get that for free if you go to getquip.com/H3, spelled GETQUIP.com/H3. Remember, guys, it's Quip. Better oral health made simple. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this session in the court. Ridge Wallet is the new sleek wallet of the future. It's practically indestructible. It's super minimal. And it's the solution to the huge, giant, ridiculous wallet that too many of us carry around. I myself am guilty of that. You know, I was carrying around a whole bag, like a crossbody bag. And it's so annoying to carry the whole thing around. So I converted to the Ridge. You can fit 8 cards in the slot. And you've got a clip holder. And let's be honest, nobody needs to be carrying around coins in this day and age. Like, we have lost the coin battle here in America. Maybe in Europe you have some bomb-ass coins, but not in America. I don't carry coins. So you show the clip and the card. You can fit 8 cards in there that slide right out, and it's so minimal. I pop that in my pocket, and I just feel so aerodynamic and sleek when I don't like shit all over my body, you know what I mean? They've got all these really cool designs, by the way. If you buy this thing once, you buy it for life, man. This thing is never going to break. This thing can apparently withstand nuclear blasts, they say here. They found one of these in the wreckage of a test zone out in Arizona, withstood 1 billion megatons of nuclear force. It was totally unscathed. Fiber, look at all these options. Really cool stuff. Yada, yada, yada. They got this, they got that. They got some fun prints. You know it, you love it, you got it, forget it. Don't take it from me, though. Take it from their 30,000 5-star reviews, right? It has a lifetime warranty. That means you buy it once, you carry it for life, and they guarantee that this thing will last a whole life. And they're so confident you're going to love it. They'll let you take it on a test drive for 45 days. If you don't love it, you can send it back for a full refund. So what are you waiting for? Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/H3. That's ridge.com/H3. Use the code H3 to get 10% off your purchase today. Welcome back. This court is now in session. Moving on to the second charge, criminal snakishness. Snakishness.
It's a cool word.
Snakishness, yeah. And the emojis, too. Very official. So what you see here, it says the Ace Family Basketball Charity Event. Now, what does that make you think, Hila, when they say it's a charity event?
Probably everything from that event went to charity.
Right. Right. Exactly what everyone would think. Well, that's not exactly what happened. Introducing the Ace Family Basketball Charity. Now, this charity in June 2018, they held a basketball charity event and announced they would donate $100,000 towards a charity of their choice and any further money the event made. The event was sold out and included a performance from Glenn Travis. When the Ace family only donated $75,000 and gave no explanation for why, it caused controversy for fans who deduced they made a higher amount than that, but never went through with their promise to donate every piece of money made. However, other fans have theorized that the other money may have gone towards payments for the event. Now, before I get any further into this, these are very serious accusations, and I need to put a big caveat in that this is only projection, this is only guesswork, right? Like I'm not gonna, I can't say for sure that these guys committed fraud or that they stole money that people. I don't even know that it's fraud necessarily. I feel like what happened, if what we're saying is true, is that they misled people and ended up profiting a lot of money that people thought was going to charity. Like you said, you assume if you're going to a charity event, it's all going to charity. So let me explain. They're selling this.
Call that false advertising.
What would you call it, Ja Rule? Ja Rule, would
That's not fraud.
Yeah, it's not fraud. What is it, Ja Rule?
I would call that false advertising.
Yeah, so something tells me that Austin subscribes to the Ja Rule School of Business.
Maybe it was part of the producer team.
I love that line. Ja Rule's such a legend. So they have this jersey merch. It's $65. You see on the top right. Okay, so we're going to crunch the numbers here, okay? They held it at Galen Center, which is where USC plays. It seats 10,558 people. That's its full capacity. 10,258 people. The tickets were $45. That's $461,000 in ticket sales. And it does look like it was sold out. If you look at, you will watch the videos, right? We have video evidence.
It was definitely sold out. In their vlogs, they say we sold it out. They'd say there was 10,000 people there. They sold it out.
Wait, I want to see video of it. Oh, it's here. Let me show you the videos. Give you some by the way, these guys, they're so big.
Yeah.
And there's like all these famous YouTubers. Rice Scum, of course, was there. Why wouldn't he be? And Rice Scum's on his phone. He thinks that's fucking hilarious and epic that he's on his phone. God, he's such a douche. Rice Scum's stealing the show. He's trying to make a show about Austin, and Rice Scum's stealing the douche show. What did he call Eli?
Monotone Monica.
Oh, Monotone Monica, right.
Monotone Monica over here.
I'm trying to find the check. So they did this whole thing about how they were going to donate $100,000, and then they cruise out
with the check
for 75. And it's made out to Ace Family Charity of Choice. It doesn't even say like they
couldn't pick. The event is already happening.
I find that so odd. I mean, this event is insane. It's sold out stadium, tons of celebrities. That's definitely sold out. I mean, I don't see any empty seats. I'm amazed at how big they are. I've never even really heard of them until now. And then, I just can't believe there's a family channel selling out stadiums, man. That's crazy.
And I mean, I don't know as much about it, but I mean, considering they filled out like a whole stadium, 75,000, I mean, not to compare me, but your guys' help campaign, if I may simp, you guys gave away more than that on your own. I mean, and you guys didn't have a star-studded basketball game filling out an arena. I don't know. I find that kind of an interesting number. But again, I don't know as much. So
it's definitely bizarre so far.
Well,
I want to understand more.
Well, we're gonna crunch the numbers.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for simping, AB.
Anytime.
We're gonna crunch the numbers and find out how much. We're gonna guess how much money was generated. Obviously, it's hell of a lot more than
SIMP.
Thank you.
And then they said they were going to donate 100,000, and then mysteriously lowered it to 75, which is odd. Okay, but you can see the event is pretty epic. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very impressed that they're able to put all this together. But now, let's go in the laboratory and crunch some numbers. The Galen Center has 10,258 seats. That's max capacity. It looked like it was sold out. They sold tickets for $45. That means they generated $461,000 in ticket sales. Now, I'm going to assume, and you can tell me what you think about this, Hila, that they sold 2,000 jerseys. Do you think that's high?
That's high.
Let's just assume, for the sake of this calculation, they sold 2,000 jerseys. That's $65 a piece. That's $130,000. So the total potential taken was just under $600,000.
That is a little bit of a generous assumption, though, because you don't. Even though it looks full, maybe it wasn't sold out exactly, and maybe it wasn't 2,000 jerseys. But
it's the highest end assumption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I'm sure they had a production company make
Huge
it.
costs,
so
especially to the
there is a
stadium.
lot of cost to go with an event like that.
Insurance, the stadium, all this, the staff, there's an enormous cost.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even 50% is just straight up cost. And also the merch costs money, so you know.
I think 50% is pretty fair.
So let's say we have 600,000, we shave off 50%. You have a $300,000 profit.
Yeah.
Right? So why is it that you would think that if you're going to a charity event, all of that would be donated?
Right.
Yet they not only didn't claim to donate 300,000, they lowered the initial amount from 100,000 to 75 without explanation.
That one I just don't get.
Now, what was
if you didn't admit that, just add it yourself. You know,
that's the point. They just magically reduced it to 75. They've clearly also made a shitload of money, and they still, in stinginess, wouldn't even donate an extra 25,000 to make good on their original promise of 100,000.
Yeah.
So they're making a shitload of money from a charity event, which doesn't seem
No, you're not
to make any
supposed
sense,
to, You're
right?
not supposed to be making money.
Yeah, it kind of defeats.
That's not fraud.
What do you call that, Ja Rule?
I would call that false advertising.
Right. That's not a crime, is it? No. But like it's not really charity if like they're donating a bunch of money and then you're making a shitload of money.
Yeah, you would need to say like portion of the event is
Yeah.
gonna go to charity.
Right.
You don't just call it a charity.
Yeah,
event.
because if they said that, people would be less stoked to go buy a $65 jersey and
right,
spend $45 on
because
a
you
ticket.
know that they're gonna take like 60% of it
Yeah.
or something.
So they did another charity event.
Well, it was so profitable.
The following year, they held their second annual charity event. This time, the event got a whole lot bigger, and the charity got a whole lot smaller.
No way. Really?
Ace Family Charity Event, the next version. Get hyped.
Posted in the last few days is because we wanted to solidify this big announcement. Ace Family, are you ready?
I don't want to tell you.
We have officially solidified our next annual basketball charity event.
And we are doing it one last time here in Los Angeles at the Staples Center.
Staples Center. Do you know the Staples Center? That's where the
Yeah.
Lakers play.
Yeah.
That's big time shit, dude. I mean, the other one was big time shit, but
Yeah.
this is like mega big time shit.
15,000.
Oh my god! 74 tickets left?
Tickets left. Oh my
74
god.
tickets left?
Yeah, we gotta be stressed out. My eyes are so red right now.
Oh my god, we freaking.
Dude, I cannot believe these motherfuckers sold out the Staples Center. Well, I mean, with peace and love, I just don't get what people like about them. Like, he just seems so, he's not really even likable. But, I mean, hey, I'm just a judge.
I think it's just not your type.
Clearly, it's not my type, and I don't know who the fuck's type this is, but God, I wouldn't even know him if I saw him on the street. I don't even know what this type of person
This should be
looks
very
like.
interesting.
I'd be like, fucking crazy, dude. The Staples Center.
Crazy, I'm crying now.
Mr. Beast, Jake Paul, Breezy, whoever the fuck that is. Oh,
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown was here, right?
Breezy. That is who Breezy is, yes.
Oh, that's who Breezy is? Okay. Chris Brown, who beats up his girlfriends. Love to have him.
Not just there, he is, as you'll see, the co-sponsor of the event.
Oh, fantastic.
It's Ace Family / Chris Brown.
Hey, isn't Chris Brown the guy that beat the shit out of Rihanna?
Yeah, you know, good boyfriends do that.
Right. Good boyfriends stick with good boyfriends.
It's part of our family values.
This is insane, man. What kind of world are we living in where this guy... I mean, I'm not sure I want to live in a world where this guy's this famous.
Right here in LA.
I mean, I'm not sure I'm ready for this world. I didn't know that this is the world I was living in.
You're in
Now
the
I
same
do.
city.
I'm in the same fucking city. He probably thinks the same thing about me, right? Rice Scum is such a douche, bro. I can't get over it. Chris Brown, why is Mr. Beast there? Man. I think he was probably a lot smarter. He was probably just happy to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
I can't hate on Mr. Beast. He's a sweetheart. James Charles. Look at his outfit. Holy shit. Oh yeah, James Charles sings the
He's singing?
he sings the national anthem. I love it.
Let's get
That's it? That's all I get? Come on. I wanted to see James Charles sing the national anthem.
It's just a supercut. I was blowing through it all.
Can you in the meantime get me a link? I want to watch that.
It's honestly not that funny. It's a pretty good rendition of the.
Oh wow,
national anthem.
really?
Well, there's two other singers. You're hearing them more than him.
They turned his mic off. You think?
My original cut, I included more of it, and then I was like, this isn't really funny because it's just the national anthem. So.
You think they turned his mic? Dan says they turned James Charles' mic off.
Well, I don't know if they turned his mic off, but I've heard him sing in other videos, and it wasn't as good as this.
You heard it here. Dan says they turned his mic off.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, is that Chris Brown, the dude who beats the shit out of his girlfriends? Nice. Let's have him involved. Jake Paul, good dude.
All because of the Ace family, y'all make this happen. Me and Chris Brown, we giving away $100,000 to a charity that we believe in.
Because this would not be possible without all of you. We would not be able to write this check here for $100,000.
So, do you see all the hubbub they're making over 100? They must have raised millions of dollars from this event.
Also, just quick aside, but a moment ago when he said me and Chris Brown were donating 100,000, that kind of sounds like they're both donating 100,000.
Yeah.
No, jointly
together.
So
which
they
means
gave
they're donating
less.
50,000 this time.
So they're generating way more money, and they're donating less money, and they're making a shitload more money. And by the way, all this fucking hubbub for just $100,000. I mean, $100,000 is a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not, but they're generating probably millions of dollars from this event.
Yeah.
So, like, forgive me
The
for being
ratio of charity to profit is off.
way the fuck off. But they call it a charity event, which is super misleading. That's how you get all these people involved. Aren't these people feeling all like tools? Like, right?
They're getting that clout, boy.
Clout pill.
Wow, baby.
I need that clout.
You did it.
You really did it.
You did it.
1 week later, new house, baby. At their new for real?
Yeah, that's not a joke.
Oh, this is their
That's funny.
This is their new house.
Were
1 week
you
later.
saying it as a joke?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, this was the next video.
not fraud.
The next video posted after.
Whoa. What was that, Ja Rule?
That's not fraud.
No.
Right.
No, that's just false advertising, right?
I would call that false advertising.
Okay, that's not fraud.
Oh, you're a little early, aren't you?
Super early.
It's okay. Come on in.
Hey, Ace family.
This is a week
Welcome back to
later.
our channel, guys.
What's going on, everybody?
So I know a lot of you guys have been wondering, where have we been? Where's the Ace family?
Thank you to everyone who came to the event. Thank you to everyone who watched the event. For everyone who supported us for this event, we cannot thank you guys enough. None of this would be possible without you guys, the Ace family. So with that being said, we kind of need a little break.
Wait, who's the Ace family? Are we the Ace family or are you the Ace family?
We're all family.
Their fan base is the Ace family, but I do find it strange because they're always thanking the Ace family, saying it's
They're
not
the Ace
possible.
family.
Right. It's very like egocentric, everything about it.
Hey, Klein family,
Faller-esque.
I just want to say this wouldn't be possible without us.
the Klein
without
family.
us, the Klein family.
The reason I chopped that up just to keep it moving, but I do want to just emphasize at no point do they mention the money, the charity aspect of the event. They just say thanks for coming, and then they just move on.
So once
Does
again,
the event have like a website or?
No.
So once again, it was marketed as a charity event. Let's crunch the numbers. Break this down. At the Staples Center, sold out 21,000 seats. The tickets, last time was $45. This time it ranged from $48 to $250.
Wow.
Average ticket price, we'll assume is $70. Ticket revenue, $1.5 million. Okay. So they're selling the $65 jersey. And I think if we do 20% again, which that would be like 4,000. You didn't include that one this time, did you?
I guess not, but yeah, it would be about 4,000.
So what's 4,000 times 65?
It is $260,000.
So they're at about 1.75 in revenue right now. Now renting the Staples Center, paying staff, getting insurance, all that's fucking expensive, dude.
Yeah, we're estimating $500,000. It could even be higher than that.
Yeah, easily $500,000.
Yeah. The thing is, if they sold it to Staples Center as a charity event, they might have been able to get it cheaper, which might have been why it was all framed as a charity event as well. Just a thought. I don't know that, but
it's really hard to guess the numbers.
yeah,
it's a lot. I'm sure it's super.
Depends on what time of year too. There's a lot of factors for the.
But
venue.
let's just say 500. That seems reasonable. Yeah, I think it was probably more. I think it was probably more like 750,000, just to give them the benefit of the doubt. But that still leaves $1 million left over.
Mm-hmm.
Then you consider the fact that they donated $100,000. 50% of it was from Chris Brown, so they donated $50,000 of $1 million take, which is 5%. That's less than sales tax. They advertise it as a charity event. There's no evidence that anything more than that was donated to charity.
Really, it's a straight to our mortgage event.
Yeah, it's a down payment event.
Yeah, it's a down payment event.
So, I mean, this whole story kind of blew my mind. Is that you could
I'm doing right.
is that you could throw a so-called a self-titled charity event in which you keep 95% of the money. If they made $1 million, they donated 50,000. They kept 95% of the money into their pockets.
Yeah, very cool.
I mean, that's just. It's insane. I mean, it just is fucking nuts. If we ever did anything like this, we would be literally, my head would be on a pike outside YouTube headquarters. I don't know why they get away with all this stuff. This is like, Ja Rule, what is this?
I would call that false advertising.
I'm surprised that this isn't being investigated by authorities, because I do get fraud vibes from this, to be totally honest. Because I don't think because it's super misleading, and I don't know that you can just fucking call something a charity event and then keep 95% of it. But I think you need to be sued by somebody, so I don't know.
But we're here.
Right. Well, I'm not, I'm suing them, fuck it. I didn't even attend. I just love that the next video is them in their $10 million house.
That was so funny.
Which, by the way, it was 2 houses that they purchased for $10 million. They then combined them into one giant mega house. So really the house is probably 15 or so.
I remember reading a headline that it was like a $20 million house when I
Well, the property, I was able to find out that they bought the property for $10 million, and that there were 2 houses on the property, and then they like Voltron the houses together.
Yeah, I think the property's insane. They have like a whole hill in Woodland Hills that they just cause mudslides on all the peasants below.
Do you think the mudslides affect the value?
Golly.
What, AB?
So do you think the mudslides affect the value of the home?
Yeah, the neighbors, not theirs.
Right.
All right. I've seen enough. AI Ian, I dare you to defend this.
Well, Mr. Klein, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is a little thing I've heard referred to as donation shaming, something I believe you've been heavily criticized for in the past.
Well, I don't think we're donation shaming him. I think we're merely acknowledging. I admit that the amount he donated is a large amount. It's just, it's more the misleading aspect of the event that I take cross with.
Interesting. I think it's also interesting to hear talk about fake donations coming from you, Mr. Klein.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, based on some Twitter accounts I follow, they've been alluding to certain things that might be a bit dubious regarding some money you might or might not have given away recently.
I don't. Just tell me what you're talking about, because I don't know.
Well, I've been told that you scam, you lie and you steal money, you scam and cheat and steal and lie and cheat.
Have you been watching Keemstar?
But I get my news from all sorts of places.
Yeah. Name more than Drama Alert. Name one additional news channel other than Drama Alert.
That's not relevant. I'm just saying I think you should recuse yourself. Recuse yourself.
Wait, you want me to recuse myself because Keemstar lied about me and said that I committed fraud?
Close the trial. This is just kangaroo court.
Why are you even criticizing me? You're supposed to be defending The Ace family. I'm not on trial.
You know, I've been told that out of that $100,000 giveaway, $500 might have disappeared. You pocketed that?
What
are you going to buy a PS5? You thought you were going to get slick, huh?
You know what's funny? That is equivalent to the amount of money they donated from their basketball event. Yeah, it is. $500 is the equivalent amount of how much they donated, right?
No.
50,000.
It would 50,000. It would be 5,000 would be the equivalent of the 100,000. Yeah.
Fuck, I'm an idiot. How dumb am I? Good point, AIE.
He got you.
Yep, gotcha. Got him.
Okay.
Got him.
Yeah,
Got
you're
him.
right.
Again, got him.
Compelling stuff. Do you have anything to say in defense of them, or are you just going to attack me?
I just attack you. That was what I said to do.
All right. AB?
Well, yeah, that sounds like a typical Drama Alert fan. Whenever Ethan asked him to provide a source, he couldn't. He said it's not relevant. So, yeah, I believe that you have been watching Drama Alert.
Guilty as charged.
Guilty as charged. Yeah, and I don't know. Like I said, again, the evidence speaks for itself. The dude has frosted tips and a chin strap in 2020. The guy's a snake. You can't trust a guy who's rocking a look from the 90s in today's world. I don't trust him. He's a snake. That's it.
Frosted tips is pretty incriminating. I have to agree with you on that one. I hadn't considered that. Thank you, AB.
Anytime.
All right, hit the music. Yeah, he's a fucking douche. Fuck him. Guilty. We don't need to linger on this too long. I mean, give me a break. What the fuck is this? You can't pocket $1 million from a charity event and donate 50,000.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ace family, but you're not. You haven't corrected anybody who said this, which leads me to believe that you made a lot of money. And I guess everyone who participated in that is kind of an idiot, too.
I need that clout.
Because, like, if I participated in a so-called charity event and then...
No, I don't think you should blame those people because that's the problem of what Ace Family is doing. These things a lot of time work on just the basis of trust. You just have to trust them that they're doing the right thing. I mean, for someone like, I don't know, all these big influencers that were there, they're busy with their own life. It's not their job to go and make sure this is a legit event.
Well...
At least in my opinion.
To an extent, I agree. But I have to assume that everybody was like, yo, go to this event. It's a charity event. I'm going to be there. That's why they were able to fill out all these seats, because all these huge influencers were promoting it. But then when you hear that they've only donated $50,000 and you know they sold out the Staples Center, I would probably be asking him for an explanation.
Well, that's why you're not his friend.
And especially the second time.
You would be asking questions, but I don't think you guys would hang out together.
He doesn't like people to ask questions. I don't hang with people that frost their tips anyway, so good point, AB. But it happened a second time. That's what's crazy. And the second time was even bigger. He's like, I'm going to run this. I'm going to do this crazy. Anyway, he's a guilty. Fuck him. And, you know, Rice Gum, I expect this of Rice Gum. But Chris Brown, really? Hey, isn't Chris Brown the guy that beat the living crap out of Rihanna? I vaguely remember that. All right, and now on to our final charge. Misdemeanor destructive delusions. Wow, that's a mouthful. You're there in a jet, in their house, yada, yada, yada. Let's get to the juice. Ace Family exposes themselves by accidentally uploading a clip showing Austin yelling at his wife, Catherine. Now, this happened actually very recently. You remember this?
Mm-hmm.
This happened just like this month, right? Or last month?
Yeah, last month.
In a clip the family posted to YouTube, Austin is seen briefly shouting at Catherine and swearing as they try to film a segment. Many fans think that the clip was left in the upload video as a mistake, and it has left fans concerned about the dynamic between the couple. One person wrote, "She looks like she's about to cry." Another person said they thought that it was evidence of an unhealthy relationship. Here's the clip that was left in their vlog by mistake, which is awesome. I love
Welcome
that.
back to our channel, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Ooh, look at my hair.
No.
Good thing I don't have to. No, I'm gonna say it. Good thing I have to be on camera today.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
My hair looks fucked up. I would not film like this. So just go.
Okay.
Bro, really? I mean, like, he's so buttered about how his hair looks. Like, is that just... The whole premise is kind of interesting, right? Like, how minute they think about these things.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, Ace family! Welcome back to
Stop!
our channel, guys.
What's going on? Ooh, look at my hair. Good thing I'm not gonna be on camera today.
He really thinks his hair is so fucked up. Everyone's like, dude, look at his hair. Look at his hair. Anyway, they left it in. Thoughts on the clip itself? What does that speak to you?
I feel like being in the kind of world of being in a relationship and recording, I feel like those situations kind of happen.
It wasn't that bad, actually.
Like, I can see us having a moment like that, and it doesn't necessarily mean much more. Like,
I agree.
That's my personal opinion on that.
But there's more evidence, so let's just take that as one piece. Because I feel like their response to that, where they try to acknowledge it, makes it worse, interestingly. Because I had the same reaction you did, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, that sounds worse than what I thought it was. So first she tweeted out, I hope you guys enjoyed today's super chill video, something different. And yes, Austin and I get frustrated with each other. Sometimes it's called marriage. I wish people would stop expecting people to have a perfect life. Oh, but that's what you portray. Life is just not real. That's not realistic. Love you, baby. And tag them, lol. I mean, that's your problem. People think you're having a perfect life. That's what you're putting out there. Oh, and then they acknowledge it in a clip called We Went to Therapy. Here's what they say about it.
I recently uploaded a video, A Day in the Life of Catherine, and there was a clip in there that was not supposed to be uploaded. It was not supposed to be in there. I accidentally left it in there. I edited the video, and you guys know.
You left it in there on purpose.
You guys, oh my god.
Do you believe that she edits the video, Elo?
No.
There's no chance. They have a family. They have all the, like, I mean, who the fuck? There's no way she edits the video.
Just had deja vu, that's weird. I was editing the video. You guys know that Austin has been editing the videos since day one. And basically we just want to talk about that for a second. So pretty much, it was a rough morning that morning.
There's 0% chance they edit the videos.
So what is she saying? She's saying normally he edits, but this time she did?
She said this was her first time ever editing a video, which is not something that you just jump into, by the way.
That's very weird.
There's no way they edit their videos at this point in their career with all they're doing. No way. Sorry. I don't believe it.
What the fuck? Well, they got in a previous beef because they were paying only $100. Maybe they couldn't find any other editors in LA.
Dude, how are you gonna live in a $10 million house and stiff people like that? It's crazy. Come on, guys.
It was a rough morning that morning, and we were frustrated with each other. We were arguing.
And obviously they only saw a clip of that.
Yeah, you guys only saw a small clip of it. You guys didn't actually see me yelling before, thank God. And that was like
she has a tendency to like always defend over, like she's I was yelling at him. It was me that was yelling at him.
Also, it's the first time I'm editing, so I fucked up.
And he was in a car with a bunch of girls at Coachella, and our marriage is perfect. You weird, like just so very defensive of him. You know, it's always, I don't know, it's odd.
I could be off base here too, but the way that he's like staring her down the entire time as she explains it, do you find it like
the body language?
The body language is kind of menacing.
I mean, yeah, we're obvious. That's reading really deep into it, but I know what you mean. He's like really really imposing his body over her.
And at that point I was so frustrated, and I didn't like how it was going because it was my video that I wanted to do. And at the end,
we had the babies.
Yeah, and at the end he was like, my hair's fucked up, like I would not be filming like this. And I was like, okay. And at that point it was like the 4th try, and I was so over it. And that was the one that we used, and it just so happened to make it in the video, and that's like just dead the truth. But I will say that
Austin. They said you were crying. They said you were crying before that. Were you crying?
No, I wasn't crying.
They said you had a bruise on your forehead.
Stop it.
That's what they said.
Stop it. You're lying.
Stop! You had a bruise on your forehead?
No.
Did you cover it up with your makeup today?
No, stop.
Yo, did you hear their neighbors screaming at them? That's like a real soundbite. Stop! You could just hear them in the house all the time.
No, listen.
People are crazy.
No, listen. No, we always argue. Okay, something that you guys
Right
don't
here,
know
listen.
is that pretty recently, I want to say like just a couple months ago, there was a period where Austin and I didn't talk for 4 days. We didn't talk for 4 days. We were so irritated with each other, and we didn't show that on camera. We didn't film that. We didn't talk about it. It's our business.
But that's normal.
No, I know, but
So
listen.
not talking for 4 days seems like I don't think in our whole time together we've ever like that seems like a really serious thing. Not talking for 4 days, like that's ice cold, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like, am I wrong? Does that seem normal in a healthy relationship to not talk for 4 whole days?
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I mean, I can get a day. Like, oh, we didn't talk for the whole day. If you have a big fight or something, but 4 days?
I personally don't ever see something like that happening. The only time I saw something that extreme happen is like my mom and my dad after like 50 years of marriage when they were really upset at each other.
Right.
So it's pretty extreme.
They've gone that long without talking to each other?
They did 2 weeks of not talking.
Really? Oh, shit. They're the world champs of not talking. Oh, wow. So I guess, 2 weeks. That must be a Guinness World Record. Well, I thought it was like,
I feel like
they were just frustrated in that moment, but when I saw this, I was like, oh, wow, it was more serious.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying
we have
still.
the gardeners.
So I'm trying to understand still the situation. So was it that like she was doing a video about her, so that's why she was editing? Is that the case?
Apparently. She was doing like a day in her life, so he was like, hey, I'm glad I'm not in this video. My hair's fucked up.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't really understand.
But I get Lady Macbeth vibes from her, you know what I mean? I feel like
weird.
she's as in on this as he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
look at this. Look at all they've got. All right, here we go.
Normal couple, normal marriage,
So
right? Or am I tripping?
no, I know, but I'm just
People
saying.
does not argue?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just letting you guys know
Argue
that
just like 4 days of not talking. It's pretty wild.
for us that's normal.
Especially when you're business partners. Not only parents, right? You're business partners. Not talking for 4 days. Shit.
I've seen it many of times in my own.
Do they do daily
family
videos
and stuff? Like people argue. It's
How often do they post?
It's more like they post pretty frequently. I mean, it's not daily, but they've multiple.
Few times a week. You know, vlog,
that kind of
vlog
thing.
shit. Mother of fuck. I clicked the video that time. Right on the fucking video, Dan.
It's weird for me
I
to.
recently uploaded a video.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering if it's weird that like were they making videos even though they weren't talking to each other?
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
what I wondered too. But it sounds like maybe they didn't make a video in that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, my hair's fucked up. Like I would not be filming like.
So, is there anything more to see, or is that it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay, so, obviously, me and you can attest that it can be stressful, not only marriage, but working together. So, honestly, I can overlook that entire situation. I can totally let that off, But now we go on to the penis-shaped lollipop situation, Hila. In January of 2019, Austin posted Snapchat videos of him buying Catherine's little sister a penis-shaped lollipop. Show Catherine what you have in your hand, he said in a video of her little sister licking the explicit candy.
Oh.
Soon after, the clip went viral, and the duo was called out for sexualizing the young kid. Though the pair never commented on the scandal, they did take a break from social media for 1 month. Man, these guys have been through it all. So this should, I have to say, was really something,
What'd you say? What'd you say? What are you trying to get to? You love what? Oh, God. You don't need that. Come here. Show Catherine
Are
what you
they
have
in
in your
an
hand. Show
adult
Catherine.
store? Like, why is there?
Yeah, that's
there?
what I was like. Where the fuck even are they
That's-
buying?
It's Spencer's. Spencer's has like some toys and stuff too. It's a mix.
Oh.
It's weird. Yeah. It's like pop culture.
She said it's a lollipop.
Gross.
Are you really making me buy this lollipop right now?
Hey, Vin Diesel! Vin Diesel!
What did he say?
He said, "Talk to me, baby." That's so messed up, Vin Diesel. This is, dude. We got to put a line on this, Vin Diesel. That is just, bro. You can't do that.
Please, bro, put that in a bag right now. Keep that in the bag forever. Do not show that to anybody, okay?
Vin Diesel, I can't get over that. That's fucked up, dude.
She's so fucking beautiful.
Dude, you can't do that. I'm laughing because it's so insane that you're hitting those sound bites right now. But you can't do that.
All right.
Guys, I'm in so much trouble. But she said she was going to steal it if I didn't buy it, so better me buy it. Thanks for buying it.
What are you doing? This is vlogitis, whatever
Yeah,
you call it.
vlogitis. Exactly.
I promise you something. Don't show nobody that lollipop, okay? Okay. Thank you. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Hey, put that away. Put that lollipop away. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Catherine's sister is a savage. What do you? Oh my God! I gotta go. I'm leaving.
So here's what my theory on this whole thing is that he's basically directing everything she does from the beginning.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, grab that lollipop." She doesn't know what she's doing. She's a sweet, innocent girl. He goes, "Grab that lollipop and oh, now take it out, and now take it out and walk around the mall with it."
Exactly what I was thinking
So
too.
like, this disgusting.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting, dude.
To go off of that, too, in Spencer's, I mean, like, they have a mix of stuff, like T-shirts and stuff, but then they have, like, one corner that's just, like, a shitload of, like, dildos and...
Oh, so he took her down
He
the adult
definitely
section.
directed her to do this. I feel like any of us that makes
Plausible.
videos can immediately, like, see how it was going in their head.
Yeah. He's got vlogitis. He's been taking the clout pill too much, and he's not existing. What? Yeah, he OD'd on the clout pill. You know, it is really sick. And there's this one part he goes, "It's our little secret." Like, that's, don't like hearing grown-ups say that to kids, especially when it comes to stuff like this. It's our little secret, bro. I don't want you having any little secrets with this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stop!
And he probably even told her to lick it at this point outside. And, like, you know, because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. She doesn't want that. She doesn't care about that lollipop. She probably saw, like, you know, she saw Tootsie Roll by the cashier and would rather have that.
Also, she's seeing him laughing, so it's just...
Exactly. It's a game.
Yeah. Also, Ethan, you're right. Most of the counters in these stores are a bunch of candy. They have, like, Dragon Ball Z, a bunch of kid stuff.
Way
but
better.
Then there's the dildo section that has the peanut-shaped lollipops in the back.
She definitely wanted the Dragon Ball Z fucking lollipop down at her eye level. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She's not strolling through the dildo section being like, "I want that one." Sick fucking weirdo.
I need that clout.
Yeah, too much, dude.
That's your little secret.
That's your little secret. Bro, you cannot say that, bro.
No.
That's straight up Michael Jackson shit. Sorry, AB. That's what Michael Jackson says. This is our little secret.
We'll discuss this later.
AB's a simp of many people, including Michael Jackson, which we have a problem about. I have conflict with AB over his symptom for Michael Jackson. Anyway, that was disgusting.
I'm afraid to respond.
Disgusting behavior. But, you know, can we just write it off to vlogitis? It happened early last year. Moving on to the next part. And this part, this clip's been shared all over the internet. And it's really tough to watch because, first of all, I'm a dad, so I understand the affection that a man has for his children. I understand it very well. I love my son, and, you know, I get it. But
the problem is doing stuff on camera and putting it on YouTube. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm just saying.
And this clip, so this happened recently too, and it's being shared like big time by a lot of people. In this clip that's made its rounds on the internet, Austin's seen slapping his 4-year-old daughter's butt, and he says in a suggestive way, "Oh my God, I can't. Oh goddamn, I can't even." People call it Austin on social media. I understand that, but the way he looked at her and say "God damn" was kind of creepy. One concerned viewer tweeted before another added, the way the little girl pushed his hand away from her butt, too. I didn't notice that. Let's watch.
Yeah.
I'll be working out, too. My shit getting fat. My shit getting fat.
Yeah, lights, bulb.
God, I can't. All I got to say, you got...
So, like, if he just slapped her butt, I could easily write that off as fatherly affection. But the way he says, God damn, I can't, did kind of creep me out.
I'll be working out, too. My shit getting fat.
But you know what? Like,
My shit getting fat.
Yeah, lights.
I think you're right. It's just...
God, I can't.
I feel like if this wasn't being made as a video and they were just in their house, like, maybe he's just being silly or whatever. And I can't necessarily
let's be honest. That's probably what's going on here. I don't think he's actually doing anything in private that's like, this doesn't indicate that he's doing anything in private to her. I wouldn't say.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm the first to immediately go to that direction when I see it. I give no benefit of the doubt normally. But I feel like this is like, my problem with doing this is just, as a parent, I wouldn't do that on camera and then put it on YouTube because there's creeps out there watching YouTube. And I wouldn't participate.
Well, that's the price you pay when every fucking thing you do with your family goes on the internet.
Yeah.
And that's why there's just so much there's so many landmines with the whole family dynamic vlog channel,
But that's part of the deal. If you're gonna go in that direction, you have to be super responsible.
Oh, this guy ain't that. So I do think it's kind of creepy. I agree with that, but I don't think it indicates that anything worse is going on. That's my personal opinion on that. And then finally, this one is hilarious. They made a video. Remember, the context is out of touch. They made a video called "We Work at a Restaurant for 24 Hours." Austin and Catherine did a video where they challenged themselves to see what it would be like to work in a restaurant. In Catherine's Snapchat story, she explains how they are literally working right now at a restaurant. Austin has been making food for the past hour, and I have been taking orders. Do you understand how cool that is? Here's a clip.
Guys, we are literally working right now at a restaurant.
Yes, we are.
Austin has been making food for the past hour, and I've been taking orders. Do you understand how cool that is?
Ace family.
People are like, yeah, it's really cool when you have to fucking do it 7 days a week, making minimum wage to barely pay your rent. How cool. This is like some real Marie Antoinette shit. Like, look at me. It's so much fun to work at Chipotle for an afternoon.
This hat is so cute.
It's so cute. I love wrapping the burritos, and it's so fun. Okay, I'm returning to my Woodland Hills fortress.
What's also funny is it wasn't like they were even working hard for that time. Well, especially Austin. I put a little
Snapchatting.
Super yeah.
Yeah, if that was real, the boss would be like,
you can't have your phone.
Yeah. What the fuck you doing? Get your ass back to work.
But the title says for 24 hours. What's the deal with that?
I don't know. It sounds like they were working for an hour.
It looks, and the supercut I made right here. If you guys, I don't know if you guys want to check it out. It was like an hour. It looked like.
Here's the supercut.
I thought it would be a cool idea if we would work at a restaurant for the day. I personally never worked in the food industry, so this would be really interesting. And then
I never got the opportunity to work a 9 to 5 because after college, we started creating videos. And so this is going to be a first-time experience for me. I'm super excited.
This is so fucking out of touch. There's nothing exciting.
Yeah.
There's nothing great. There's nothing romantic. I mean,
you just really wanted to say that you never had a real job.
I think they're trying to be relatable.
Just
and
right after college, we got super big with our videos. And so this is going to be so cute because I'm going to try to be one of you for 1 hour and see what it's like.
This is like so out of touch.
But please notice my orange Lamborghini in the back.
Right. I'm going to go work 1 hour in Chipotle. Anyway, I'll drive there in my orange Lamborghini.
Actually working, like cooking, taking orders.
No way!
Work attire, uniforms.
Yeah, so when we get there, we're going to change our clothes. I already wore my boots today.
Wait, that's a Rolls Royce. The other car's a Rolls Royce.
Oh my God.
Let's get to work. All right, Ace family, we're here.
I know.
I get to make one of these today.
So they drive a Lamborghini and a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. You know they're just causing trouble, goofing around with their camera and stuff. I get to make one of these today. This is going to be so disruptive, her trying to use this. It takes a minute to learn how to use this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a few good weeks to learn how to effectively use that machine. I know. I've actually fucking worked in a restaurant, and it sucks. Everybody there hates it.
This is hard.
Then I mean 50.
Excuse me. No, you can't eat it next time. Oh. Yeah, no, you can't do that. What?
Sorry. Okay. I'm hungry.
Just making sure.
I'm starving over here.
Yeah, eat later on.
Ace family, I'm starving.
Starving, you only got the...
You told me, where did you work before? I worked at college. Yeah. Basketball.
Okay, let me just do Thai.
Can you please order me a smoothie? I'm thirsty.
And then take a little break moment.
Just checking up on you.
You break?
I'm just checking on you. Came to back here to grab some booty and get a kiss. All right.
People watch this. I mean, I'm sorry. I can't understand anyone that watches. I can't do it. I consider myself an empathic person generally, but I can't do it. Can't.
If I'm gonna see that on the job, both of you gonna.
I mean, people watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
That makes more sense. It's a guilty pleasure. I mean, is this a guilty?
This is too. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Jesus, can't even get some love.
Bruh. Yeah, that guy hates your guts, bro. Oops.
You want to make sure it's good.
Somebody's order.
You know, when you work and you cook a lot, you tend to get hungry, especially when you're seeing what you're making.
The whole video is just him trying to steal food.
Is there any way I can get a smoothie?
Pretty much, I'm just goofing off.
This is triggering me.
The wife ends up coming in.
Because we both have PTSD.
Because I remember working a really long shift and actually starving the whole time. But guess what? You actually can't eat. You actually starve.
Yeah, when I was there, they would make. I guess it was nice that they even cooked for us, but they would make like employee food on the side that was like shit.
That you could eat during the shift?
No, on your lunch break, they would make food for you, but they said that you didn't eat like the food in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I survived off of fries for like 5 years.
Yeah.
In a restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah, I survived off bread for
yeah. It was bread in one of the places we only could eat the bread.
And it was good bread, so we went fucking hard on the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, he knows what it's like. He's been there for an hour. He's having a good time. Can I get a smoothie, please?
The boss gives you a smoothie.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. It's your favorite drink? Oh, yes.
Thank you, boss. Okay, give it to the catcher.
What is it? What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing? You need to go back to work. And you're leaving trash? Oh my God, so good.
It's so good.
Oh, wow. And a little unexpected treat.
Little cameo.
He wasn't even trying.
It's so demeaning to people that actually have to work for a living. You know what I mean? Oh, so people actually got mad at them. Catherine, that was so much fun that we literally had so much fun. It's not fun when you do it every day for 7+ hours. Doing what normal people do. So you're not normal people. You've ascended to the level of some kind of God. Imagine being so cut off from reality.
Yeah.
Imagine working at a restaurant for fun while others work minimum wages to even survive.
Yeah, and at least if they actually tried to take it seriously, and really perform as one of the crew, they didn't even try to do that.
They were just disrupting the entire operation. Drew Gooden came slam dunked on him. He said, imagine being so disconnected from reality that you got this excited about pretending to work in a restaurant for 2 hours. 405,000 likes, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. And then another comment. Imagine being so privileged that working in a restaurant is a challenge. Yeah, pretty embarrassing stuff. All right. AI Ian, go ahead, defend this. You're a robot ass. You have no empathy.
Well, I mean, I think they're doing a great service personally. It's kind of 2 birds, 1 stone sort of thing. They get to walk a mile in the lowly proletariat's shoes.
Right.
And understand how the other side lives, which, is that a bad thing? I thought that was a good thing.
No, it's a good thing.
And I'm all for anybody trying to reinforce and push the idea into people's heads that work is necessary. The long, slow driving wheel of capital is needed for all.
Can you restate that last point?
Well, no, it's under the cold, hard thumb of the capital machine is my favorite form of living. And this is really enforcing that idea.
I see.
Keep them working, keep them pushing. Maybe I'll give you a smoothie. Maybe.
I can't tell.
Ask me nicely, I'll give you a smoothie. Maybe. Just a drop. Bruh.
So I can't tell if you're pro-capitalism or if you're being ironic.
No, he's pro. He's very pro.
You just like that it causes suffering, human suffering.
And bzz. I got something to say. That penis lollipop looked kind of good.
Hey, Ian. Order in this court. I thought you don't even eat food. You want dick?
That thing looked kind of juicy.
All right.
Get the fuck out!
Stay focused here, AI Ian. Okay. What are your thoughts, AI Ian, on the machine that they're using to organize the orders? You noticed that she was working. Do you believe that that machine is being treated fairly? Do you believe that has working rights?
I think she could have been a little more careful with the machine, a little more loving, tender, and whispered a few sweet nothings in its ear. But it doesn't really bother me because that machine's going to replace all of them fairly soon and be running the establishment.
Right.
All righty. Thank you, AI Ian. His message is steady as always. Death to all humans. Am I right?
Be thankful to the capitalist gods.
All righty.
Serve that dollar, baby.
Are you saying that the capitalist gods are the driving force behind your creation? I'm just wondering why you're so pro-capitalism.
Look, we want to get into this. We want to get into this right now.
I am curious.
Maybe not.
No,
my batteries are dying. My mouth is barely moving. We've been here so long.
All right, let's cut it off.
Stop!
All right, AB, how do you tackle that?
Well, as someone who's been a waiter for over 6 years in the past, yeah, I can see why people are flustered. And it makes sense that they've never waited before. I feel like waiting is one of the best and worst jobs in the world because it's the worst for the obvious, but it also it teaches you how to treat people. And I feel like people don't have a job or experience like that. They grow up and they do crazy shit like snapping at their wife or not getting a good angle of their frosted tips, putting on fake charity events. You miss out on a lot of human experience by not engaging in 9-to-5 jobs, and you lose touch. And that's what happened clearly with this family. And I rest my case.
Interesting. Thank you very much. All right, let's deliberate.
So, the fact that they were successful early on is obviously not a bad thing about them. I mean, good for them.
Good for them.
My problem is that they didn't even try. Like, if you're gonna make a whole video about going and getting the experience of one of these jobs that you never had, go and really try it. Like, they just treated that restaurant as like a set for them to have fun with and goof around.
If they were really trying to make an appeal to normal people, they would at least come out being like, "Oh, that was tough. Like, wow, I was grinding."
Do a whole shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a whole motherfucking shift. But that's not entertaining, is it? I mean, if we go back to the beginning, maybe it would be interesting. You're right. If we go back to the beginning, we start with Austin. This is a man who causes mudslides and does it again. This is a man who goes to Coachella while his wife is at home pregnant with kids, and he's partying with a bunch of thoughts, I believe is the
I would tell you don't come back.
Technical term. You would? Damn.
I would not let you go to Coachella while I'm pregnant.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't ask to do that.
Right, I know.
Honey, it's just so important to me. This is a man who's put on 2 charity events in which he pocketed, I can at least say the second one, 95% of the proceeds, or the profits. That's insane. This is a man who buys penis lollipops for his niece, vlogitis. But I also need to say that the woman is showing some signs as well. She's always coming to the defense is a good thing. Like, I feel like she's complicit in all this. They've got a good thing and they don't want to jeopardize it. And so maybe he's fucking up and she's like, I know, but I don't want to I can't jeopardize this gravy train.
Right.
Which, fair enough. And it is very gravy.
Yeah. I guess it's their personal decision how authentic they want to be with their fans.
But the truth is, I think of everything I saw, the Staples Center thing was by far the craziest thing. And I feel like they should be forced to answer for that, to reckon for that. They have never been held accountable for that. They've never explained the logistics, the breakdown of how that happened. And again, I feel like they should be held account for that. But apparently they don't. Nobody cares. They just moved on, I'm assuming, I guess everyone just assumes they just pocketed the money.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they show otherwise, just assuming they pocketed the $950,000 out of the $1 million.
That's not fraud.
I will say, that's not fraud. Ja Rule's very clear about that. I'm not accusing them of fraud. But, ultimately, I got to say, my feelings on this is that, like with all family vlogs, there's always a dark side.
Mm-hmm.
Because you cannot mix family and children, and it's not just work. It's the constant need to be on camera, the constant need to put your children on camera, the constant need to show every aspect of your life on camera, and to, like, every day, you don't feel like it, but kid, you got to do this thing for the it's like you cannot do that healthily. It's impossible. I think it's impossible.
And a lot of money. Add that to the mix.
Right, and a lot on the line. A lot of money. So, and I feel like I feel like the fans just need to be aware of all this, and I really don't know what else to say, but yeah, I sentenced him to 10 years in jail for fraud. Oh, I don't have actual legal authority? Okay. Not fraud. I'm not accusing him of fraud. I sentenced him to be having another scandal for doing something dumb and having to deal with that.
Damn,
I need that clout.
That's harsh.
That is harsh. Trust me, I've been through that shit.
sentence.
I hate it. When another shit comes up, you're like, oh, fuck. So I sentenced him to that. And that's it on the Ace family. So, anything else? Bailiff?
Dead air.
Dead air? I'm like, yo, I'm asking you questions. You gonna throw dead air on me?
No.
Stop! The jet ski thing was pretty good, too.
Yeah, we got some great sound bites out of that.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new. And again, take all this with a grain of salt because I really don't know them at the end of the day. This is all This is all guesswork based on the evidence at hand. That being said, thank you to our prosecution, AB. Thank you to AI Ian, who is a big fan of the Ace family, as I understand it. Right? Love their content.
It's lit.
Yeah, it's litty. Thank you to Dan. Thank you to Zach, a.k.a. Vin Diesel, who made some really inappropriate comments that was totally not okay and that I condemn in the strongest possible words. And thank you all to you guys, to the Klein family. Because without the Klein family, we wouldn't have any of this, right? All right, guys. This court is adjourned. Well, look who's back.
Who is it?
It's us. Me and you. After Dark, H3 After Dark number 7. We started a little bit late today because Dan, as always, has to go to the bathroom before the show starts. And I think he was making, a number 2, so it was taking a while.
Oh, yeah, we could even hear it.
Which is embarrassing.
Thanks, Dan.
Anyway, there's always hitches in production, but here we are. It's there's so much in the news right now. Oh, did you really switch to yourself saying no, Dan? How are you going to undermine my narrative without even... Bro, I didn't lie.
Fuck you, Dan.
We have a lot planned for everybody after dark here. The greatest iteration. We've got Lenny Kravitz, who's the new Garth Brooks. Whatever that means. You'll know what that means.
Ooh. I haven't watched it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Let's just watch it then. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody good? Everybody praying for the president for a quick recovery?
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers, guys. Can we get some thoughts and prayers in the chat for the president? Thoughts and prayers. I've been praying for.
I don't like it.
I barely got any sleep. I was praying so hard. Wow. It's all I can do. So good of you. It's all I can do.
Nobody likes me.
I pray so hard. I don't know how to pray hard, but you go. I guess you pray like this. But I was praying so hard. I was like all night.
That's like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Exactly. I was.
Yeah. I am enjoying Twitter, and that's all I'll say.
Whoa! I'm not saying I'm enjoying. I want him to recover.
I'm enjoying Twitter.
Yeah. What do you mean by that, Hila?
Nothing. Just enjoying looking on Twitter.
Well, you have to acknowledge the irony, certainly, of a guy who,
I mean, it is what it is.
That's what he said.
It is what it is. I mean, yeah, I'm obviously not the first person to point it out, but it is extremely ironic that the president has COVID, considering the fact that he has downplayed it ever since it has creeped upon our shores. And, allegedly the rules within the West Wing, they're very lax. In fact, I read, and I hope this isn't true, because if it is, we're going to have a real disaster on our hands here, is that they forbid masks in the West Wing.
I think, people said they almost feel pressured to not wear a mask.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. And if you even look at the footage of the debate that was on Tuesday, Trump's entire family, they cruised in with masks, but when they sat down, they all took their masks off. Mm-hmm. It's entirely possible that Trump had COVID then. People were afraid that Joe Biden may have gotten it from him. He was on the helicopter, and now, one of his advisors has it, and then now a senator who has it, who's in close contact with Trump, a senator who's been in close contact with the Supreme, the Supreme Court.
Which senator? I hadn't seen that news.
Should I go check on Theodore?
Yeah, you can check on him.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, Theodore's crying a little bit. He just woke up. That's why. Which senator? I don't know. You tell me. You're the.
I hadn't seen that news actually. That must be. I've been here setting.
Saw it this morning.
Huh.
I saw a report that Trump was feeling lethargic before he came out.
Yeah, and now
he took a nap on Air Force One.
And now it's coming out that he was showing symptoms for several days, and he was still campaigning and meeting people, going to fundraisers. It was crazy, dude. He's literally a super spreader. The president's a super spreader. We had a super spreading event, and the president was fucking patient zero, bro.
I guess it's Mike Lee from Utah.
Oh, so I was right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike Lee. I'm praying so hard for you.
Yeah, they had all those videos
of him
sweating. Like he was sweating like crazy on TV.
Oh, yeah. Right. Pope, give me that video. I want to watch. Yeah, so this senator who just got who just got the positive. Yeah, he was at a wedding. Nobody was covering their face. He was sweating and hugging and kissing people. It's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome. It's just the irony is awesome.
Yeah.
You are in awe in the true sense of the word awesome.
Exactly. I am in awe. Thank you, Dan. Anyway, I'm not here to talk politics, but it is impossible not to talk about it. It's on everybody's mind.
It's a big news story, that's for sure.
Eli, I was taking a nap last night because we were watching the news, and they were like, he's in quarantine because Hope Hicks tested positive, and then I fell asleep, and Eli woke me up. She's like, the president has COVID. I was like, no fucking way. It's crazy that it actually happened.
If I can say, I would let Hope Hicks give me coronavirus. She is one fine-looking woman.
What the fuck, Zach? Really?
Yeah.
What if she's really sick, though?
She's just a fine-looking person.
You're just trying to compliment her. Let's get a picture of Hope Hicks.
Yeah, I guess I've seen pictures of her.
Let's get a look here. Hope Hicks. Some pictures I've seen of her. Yeah, she's beautiful. Sure.
Yeah.
You would let her give you COVID, huh?
100%.
You've definitely got a type, Zach. I got to tell you.
What the fuck does that mean?
What, like big eyebrows? I've noticed she like girls with big eyebrows.
She looks like his ex.
No, she doesn't. But Zach, you like big eyebrows. I noticed that because Dua Lipa has big eyebrows too.
Dua Lipa.
I mean, strong facial features. Yeah.
And your ex had a big eyebrows, or not big, but pronounced eyebrows, like Dua Lipa. Look at these eyebrows,
Like
bro.
Dua Lipa.
Love me some Dua Lipa.
Look at those eyebrows, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Off the rails. Lenny Kravitz is the new Garth Brooks. You know, I gotta wait. Let's do this bit because I'm waiting for Hila to come back. What up, people? Thank you to all our members for making the H3 After Dark possible. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to everybody. So,
thank you.
Hey, AI Ian, do you have any weekend plans? How are you feeling? What are you up to?
I mean, I'm definitely ready for the weekend. I've actually got a spicy date.
You do?
Whoa. Yeah.
With who?
It's pretty exciting. Her name's Bondi.
Bondi, interesting. What is she like? Who is she?
I got a picture of her if you want to see.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I mean...
Oh, it looks like an old Mac.
Look at the absolute freaking dumper on this piece of hardware.
Oh, you like a dump truck, huh?
You guys know what MAC stands for?
What's that?
Massive ass caboose, baby.
You know, the real Ian also likes a big dump truck, I happen to know. You guys actually have that in common.
I don't know anybody. The what? I am the only
big dump truck like this computer.
I am the only Ian. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, right.
But actually, I did want to ask you. I wanted to go, polish my hood ornament and get ready for the date.
Oh,
so I might have to head out early. Is that okay? Am I allowed, Your Honor, Your Highness?
Well, we did just.
It doesn't matter what you say. I'm leaving.
Okay.
Wow. What the fuck?
I was gonna say okay, but
All right. See you guys.
We did just start the show. I mean.
Bye. Happy holidays.
I fucking hate that guy.
I mean, like, you could at least just show up for the show. It's not that much to ask, like 1 hour of time.
I think he needs to prep for content court.
Yeah. No,
He never seems prepared, to be honest, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I mean, I'm happy for him. I wish him lots of love and success out there doing whatever it is he is doing. And fantastic.
How you doing, Ethan?
Something's supposed to happen?
I don't know. Wait.
Oh, shit.
Whoa, what the fuck is going on?
Ian, is that you?
Is that
Ian? That's human Ian.
What the fuck is happening?
Ian.
Can you hear me? Oh, you can't hear me.
Can't hear us. He seems to be in some sort of phantom zone.
Hello?
Oh shit, it's Ian.
Ian, people, we've been missing you. We've been wondering, where are you?
Bro.
You guys can actually hear me?
Yes. You're in your bedroom, but it looks like stormy and spooky.
AI Ian trapped me in here. Can you guys, he called it the downside up. He said I have to call it that in case it tramples any, intellectual properties.
The upside down, I mean. Or no, the
downside up.
Downside up. Where are you? How did he get you there? Nobody understands the AI Ian thing, and I just think that... What happened? How did you end up there?
I don't know. We had this machine made, and it was kind of my bad because I just wanted to see what would happen if I gave him some alpha brain.
Oh.
No, dude, you can't give him alpha brain.
That put him over the top. He was too smart already.
I wasn't expecting that, and then he made a stack of shungite, and it sent me here.
No.
I don't know how to get out.
Well, I have no idea how to let you out, but it's nice to see you. I mean,
I would like to shed some light, though, on I have the footage on how AI Ian came to exist. If you guys, I need to get this information out. Maybe it can lead to freeing me.
Okay.
I can send it to you to show.
Okay, let me click this link. I'll put it up, and then... How should we do this? Should I put this on the screen and then just let it play, or are you going to do it?
You can just play it.
Should I just play it through all the way?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
That's what Dan said.
Yeah.
What a god.
You guys are going to turn me into the $6 million man?
That's right. We have Justin. So, hey, what's up, Justin?
What's up?
And Ben.
Hi.
All right, so we're starting with teeth, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's see.
Just wiggle your way over there. All right, perfect. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna set that
Looking good, dude. Can you just give me a little wink? Okay.
This is the life casting silicone that we're using. We'll probably use this right around your eyelids.
Whoa, this one looks kind of like Ethan.
Even a little bit
He's doing the chin face.
Do you have any issues with claustrophobia? Not really.
Because his head's
it's gonna be fully
contained.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
You're in a.
Is there a breathing hole or? Yeah, we'll keep your nose.
No,
you just die.
Yeah, and then we'll have your hands exposed so that as we're asking how you're doing, give thumbs up, maybe hurry it up, and then get me out. Right? Got it.
Double thumbs down. That's a symbol for get me the fuck out of this thing.
If you meditate, this is a great time to meditate.
It's like an isolation.
It's never too late to learn.
Let's put the bag.
Spa day. Do I look pretty?
You look gorgeous, dude.
Gotta get those eyelids, the eyelashes perfect. I love that.
So we'll do your ears first. Then once those start to set, we're gonna get another batch on just your nose. A lot of cast needed for this big thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like the ASMR is reaching out to me. Your face is going to be the last spot that I get to, for the most part. I'm getting slimed like the Kids' Choice Awards.
You're going under, dude. I'll see you on the other side. See ya.
Oh my god. And that's when that's the last time Ian spoke until now.
Yeah, that's it.
Little did he know, the real Ian.
Goodbye. He's in the, I don't know if you saw, but he's in the,
Oh, I did.
Downside up. Yeah, he's in the downside up.
Uh-oh.
As to not infringe on any copyright.
Downside up.
Yep. Yeah, just water. So it's like a fabric that's been
coated in
plaster.
Yeah.
What a fun job, right? Looks fun.
So what is happening? They covered the goo. What's with the plaster? This looks like
gonna be hard.
Bro, this is a straight up
paper mache.
I could get off on this
Yeah,
on
it's like
YouTube.
paper mache. Sort of.
Yeah, but why do you need it?
I think it's just a hard shell.
Dude, this is insane. How long did you stay like that? Yeah.
It was probably about 45 minutes, right, Dan?
Fuck.
Wow.
Yeah, well, maybe more like 30. I'm sure it felt longer when you're in it.
Were you panicking or were you cool?
A little near the end, because I kept, also what was driving me crazy is Dan kept talking to them and I'd hear them chit chat and I'm like, get me out of here. What? I need to go. I'm starting to freak out.
It was Dan just making small talk and shit. You think if it was quiet, it would have been easier?
Well, because I felt like, I'm like, all right, let's speed it up a little. I'm starting to panic a little bit.
Right.
But
I calmed you down, Ian. I held your
Dan
hand,
was
remember?
just enjoying his time.
Zach was there? He held your hand?
Zach did not touch my hand. He was not helpful.
What are you talking about?
Wait, what'd you do for him, Zach?
What Zach was doing.
What
I
did
was
you,
calming you down.
What were you saying to him?
Uh-oh.
I didn't hear.
I'm like almost done, buddy. You're almost there.
I didn't hear shit.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Zach thought he was the hero, and then Ian didn't even hear a word he said. Would you have appreciated someone holding your hand or no? Or that would have made you panic more?
No, I was zenned out until the very end. So
I would have held your
you
hand.
know.
What if someone put their dick in your hand? How would you have responded?
Would have given it a good squeeze and
Say la vie,
drifted
baby.
off to sleep.
There it is. That's pretty good.
Good job.
The emerges. You've been exfoliated.
Oh, God.
The inverse of.
There he is, inverted Ian right there.
Well, God. How you feeling?
Yeah, it was
Is that what it's like to leave the womb?
Yeah, I was thinking it was like a birthing experience. So for real though, were you okay? Were you freaking out at any point?
think they
Was it
just
getting
need to-
uncomfortable?
At the very end, I started.
Starting to get a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, this is what it feels like to be in a casket. And then I started panicking.
Oh, no.
Once the cast was on and you started like knocking on my head like I was inside a birdhouse.
That makes sense.
And it felt I couldn't feel you anymore.
Right.
And I was like,
Yeah, there's some detachment there, right?
yeah, then it's kind of a weird feeling.
Scary.
Oh no, what is this? Wow. You know, a lot of people have been wondering if it's even real, or they've been wondering how we do it. People have been wondering if it's like a Snapchat
Yeah,
filter,
they just thought it was a filter.
which
Oh, he's very real.
yeah.
He's a huge asshole. Piece of shit.
Does he talk to you when down your, or does he just leave you? Do you eat? Like, do you guys communicate?
He comes in here every now and again, and then he like forces my eyes open and makes me watch Impulsive.
Oh no!
Like Clockwork Orange, because he's like the biggest fan.
Oh no, man! That's nobody should have to go through that.
And then he just feeds me like salmon burritos from Sharky's. Just slams it.
That's messed up.
Disgusting.
How do we get you out of there, Ian?
I really don't know. You guys might need like a dump truck of shungite. I don't know.
Where do I, Dan? Order some shungite, whatever. I don't know how we do that. But
All right, I'll see if they have it on.
here's some
Amazon.
BTS, by the way.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was freaky watching this come out. I mean, that's Ian.
And
That's your
Ian's-
teeth, bro.
Yep.
Damn. It's your fucking teeth, bro.
Yeah.
Popsicle eyes? Oh, why'd they change it from that? That should be what it is. That's crazy. What is that?
I'm assuming it's part of the the skinning process.
Yeah, this was a this was a huge project for us. We dropped a few cheddar cheese on this. I didn't know they would capture Ian's soul.
That looks funny.
I think what you're looking at is
Yeah, they
the
had to do-
inside of it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They had to do like every hair
God.
individually, and yeah, it's crazy.
This one's a video.
Oh, this should be. This is fucked. This is fucked up.
That's what he looks like before he's fully painted.
Wow.
Damn, he's just manhandling you. How does that feel?
I don't even know who's me anymore.
Yeah, I feel that. The guy who made it, by the way, if you guys are going to go ask him why would he do this to our beloved salaried employee, is Justin Gregory FX. This is the video we just watched.
Super cool guy. So the origin of all of this, if people recall on the show, Ian kept getting very triggered by Zach playing all the sound bites of him, and he made some comment. This was like back at the beginning of this year. He made some comment like, "You guys don't even need me. You could just replace me with a robot. Like I don't even need to be here." And this guy Justin, he is a fan of the podcast, and he does this professionally here in LA. He emailed and just said, "Hey, I know that was a joke, but if you're serious, if you want to do that, hit me up. Like this is what I do." So we said fuck it and went with it. And yeah, him and his team, Ben. And oh shoot, I gotta look it up. There was one other. This girl was also helped out. She did all of the hair, which came out great. I'll look up her name because I want to shout her out too. But yeah, they killed it. I mean, it was better than any of us could have ever hoped for. It was awesome.
Totally.
Things were never the same. Justin sees the real Dr. Robotnik.
So do I need to go?
Show.
Do I need to deliver the Suge Knight? The Suge Knight.
Yeah.
Do I need to
You gotta
deliver
go
the
get Suge Knight.
Sugeite to Gregory, the FX guy? Maybe he has the key to unlocking you. Do you know what, Ian? Maybe I hate to say it, but I kind of like AI Ian better.
He's kind of a hit on the show.
Yeah, I mean,
I've heard that he's a good, defense attorney.
Yeah, he's
But he's not that. He's lost. He's literally lost every case.
Well, it's
not true.
He sucks.
All right,
Scrap
Ian. All right,
metal.
go back to sleep. I'm over Ian. I like AI Ian better. Go back to sleep. See you
he's
later.
probably
Enjoy
gonna come back soon
the
with-
salmon burritos.
He's probably going to be back soon.
Okay,
with
all right.
the burritos.
All right,
so
well,
I
it's
gotta
nice
go.
seeing you, Ian. I hope that you stay
Okay.
well down there. Hopefully you have
Food?
yeah, something to do at least, but
I don't. It's miserable.
yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Ian. Nice seeing you.
Bye, Ian.
Bye, Ian.
All right. Wow. Nice to hear from him anyway. Glad he's alive. It doesn't seem like he's well. I wouldn't say he's well,
Is he
but
technically alive? I mean, he's sort of kind of in
sort of
between
in
life and
between.
death. Yeah.
I think he's alive. I mean, I just talked to him. That's the thing. He's alive. I just talked to him.
Yeah, but it's the downside up.
Right.
I think it's just a different dimension. That's the downside up.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you for conceding that point. You want? I was waiting to watch Lenny Kravitz with you. You want to
Yes.
watch? Okay. So Lenny Kravitz.
Theodore is just teething, so we gave him.
You gave him some
Tylenol.
Tylenol. That's good.
Yeah.
So Lenny Kravitz is the new Garth Brooks, and you'll see what I mean if you know anything about Garth Brooks.
Hey, everyone.
Done. He's already got me. Hey, everyone. And what's with the posture? Why do you gotta act so cool,
rewind.
bro?
Play it again. Yeah.
Why you gotta be so cool, bro? Just sit there. Imagine doing this. You're like, all right. Let me see what he's doing here. Hey, everyone.
It's like the equivalent of like sitting back on the chair.
Yeah, exactly. Here, I gotta sit like this to watch this video. You're right.
Hey everyone.
Hey, everyone. I like that. The fuckboys all on TikTok do this. They go, hey, everyone. They lick their licks a lot. They go, it's a crazy thing that actually is real. Okay.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, Lenny.
I hope you're all hanging in there. I'm reaching out because I'd love for us to have a more direct line of communication
What the fuck?
so we can share
vibe
and be a little closer in this ever-changing world.
I like that.
I'm going to give you my number. I'll answer as many of you as I can.
I really like that.
Let's continue to let love rule as we face the challenges.
So this is all just
Talk
about
to you
that
soon.
phone number?
Yeah.
And so it's just marketing.
Yeah, it's just marketing.
I love how they all act like they're doing something so
Heroic.
He's
put
and like
himself out there.
It's like, let's all connect.
I'm tearing down the barriers between you and I. And I
So I can
really
get
like
your
that.
data and then sell you.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, but you know this is like the 20th take, too. Hey, everyone. He probably said that like a billion times.
Hey, everyone.
Soundbite this quick.
Hey, everyone.
And then what's the...
I hope you're all hanging in there.
I'm hanging in there, Lenny.
I'm reaching out because I'd love for us to have a more...
Now, let me ask you this, Hila. Do you think he intentionally unzips his sleeve just this much?
Yep, I do. Definitely.
I think he's so fucking cool.
You would. We were watching a video. Obviously, I can't show you, but there's a video of him, Elo, of him like jamming out, and then he's wearing like really tight leather pants, and he just goes like this, and it rips, and his dick falls out.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What?
And he stands up real quick, and his pants are all mangled, and like it's torn on his ass as well. It's hilarious. You thought he had a hog? I didn't. It looked kind of normal to me.
A massive schlong, dude.
I don't.
It looked pretty big.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, when am I gonna see it?
Well, we can't watch it on the show.
You watch
Well, I
it
can't
not
watch.
on the show.
Well, I was watching. Well, yeah, he was just showing it to me when we were doing research. I don't know. Flaccid penis just always looks so pathetic.
But that's the thing. It was flaccid, but it still looked fairly substantial. So if it's,
I mean,
if
there
it's
was
that big,
the thing
flaccid,
is there was a lot of movement. He was jumping around. When you get your blood flowing, I feel like the flaccid penis state.
Well, okay. I mean, he's amped up.
So
for
what's
performing.
the deal with underwear?
He wasn't wearing underwear.
Yeah, it's just
which I think
Yeah.
is hilarious too.
I feel like he would have been ashamed if he had like a smaller peepee, but he had such a big schlong that like he didn't give a fuck and then kept playing like a
No, I think he was embarrassed. He stood up real quick.
Oh my god! Wow.
Anyway, there's another one. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I could show you off screen if you're so desperate to see his dick.
No.
I'm just kidding. You're entitled to see his penis.
But it sounds like such a crazy video. Man.
It's really not. I had to zoom and go slow-mo. I thought it was like his thigh. I was like, I don't even see the dick. And then they're like, no, that's a dick. And we had a whole debate about it.
Yeah.
I see.
But then I saw the light, and it was his penis.
Good morning.
Oh, whoa, hold on a
sound
sec.
issues.
Pause that.
I mean, it is paused.
Dude, this only happens on After Dark. It's very weird. Here, I'll fix it. Maybe read some donations while I fix it.
So, oh yeah, good idea. You want to read some donos?
Let's see what we
I just
got.
glanced over. There's a $300 donation.
Wow.
You should probably read that one.
$300
Jesus.
donation, and he would like to interview for a volunteer position at H3TF. I live close, and my dream is to one day be a part of the H3 Whack Pack.
The Whack Pack?
Presumably, I compete against Zach, AB, and Ian in a Fear Factor H3 edition of the show. Or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Kanye edition versus Ian.
Really? You think? Whoa. This guy thinks he can go versus Ian on Kanye trivia? Okay. Email Dan.
That's a big claim.
Email Dan. I don't know how to read. Yeah, email Dan. We'll have to assess your skills before we put you on the air.
Can I get a shout out from my boy Hugh? His last name is Joss.
Hugh Jass.
Huge
you fucking got
ass.
me.
Oh, yeah, you got us.
If you're looking for an epic foot story, one time I was stalked by someone who liked my feet because of a foot sculpture I made. I've also got a story about how I dated an undercover incel for a whole year.
Wait,
What's an undercover incel? My boyfriend and I have watched y'all for years, Papa Blessed.
I want to know what an undercover incel is.
Me
Did you
too.
fuck him or not? You dated him for a year. Did you fuck him? You
Right.
right?
He would no longer be an
Or,
incel.
or was he pretending to have sex with her but then didn't? You know what I mean?
I donated twice last week. Can I please share my wiping techniques? People need
Sure.
to hear this.
Yeah, man. I'm interested if it's unique.
Fan since the Donny days in Israel, never won one though. How's Sean doing?
Sean's doing great.
Yeah, doing great. He's unfortunately
Hey,
not nearby us, so.
Did you fix it, Dan?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So,
Can I get a shout out to my fiance Kay? Tomorrow will be our 4-year dating
every kiss
anniversary.
begins with K. Blood diamonds from Africa. Every kiss begins with the blood of Africans mining away for a stone that really is worth not that much objectively and is just because it's
It is exactly 12:39. It isn't after dark, you skanks.
Skank? Why am I a skank? It's after dark in this room. Don't you see the lighting?
Yeah. It's after dark somewhere in the
Here's
world.
what you want to do. You want to
It's
complain?
after dark mentally.
Let me do you a favor. Don't watch it until what time is after dark for you? Watch it then. Problem solved. Thank you for watching.
Eli, have you ever considered producing Jeff Dunham F dolls or implementing the design into Teddy Fresh? No.
You kidding?
Big no.
We've left that behind us. The Jeff Dunham fuck.
OBS Studio version 26 is now officially out, and with it comes a whole heap of new features, changes, and bug fixes. Now, if you've been subscribed to the Gaming Careers channel for a while, you probably know that I cover these OBS Studio updates, and they seem to be super popular with the Gaming Careers community. For a while, you probably know that I cover these OBS Studio updates, and they seem to be super popular with the Gaming Careers community. So we're going to be covering exactly what's new in version 26, paying special attention to those key features that make the biggest impact for your live streams. Just before we get started, I'd like to give a big thank you to the sponsor of the video, Oslo. Now, Oslo is a new software service built from the guys over at Streamlabs that helps you simplify your video review and collaboration process. Oslo allows you to easily upload and share video projects securely in the cloud, where you can get frame-accurate comments right on your videos and post directly to your YouTube channel. If you ever find yourself needing to collaborate on videos, I'd highly recommend checking out Oslo using the link in the description. Okay, so the first new feature, which I think is going to be a bit of a game changer for streamers, is the source toolbar, which is going to allow you to have some really easy control over your different sources in OBS Studio. The source toolbar sits just below your preview window above your scenes and sources and allows easy access to relevant controls for the currently selected source. You might need to toggle the toolbar to be viewable by going to the View menu and then Source Toolbar. Now, depending on which source you have selected, you're going to see different options in the source toolbar, but for every single source, you're going to see two that are common, which is properties and filters, which allow you to easily access the properties and the filters options for that source. But you are going to be able to see different controls depending on which type of source you have selected. So if you select a text source, you're going to see options for font, color, and the actual text shown. So no longer do you need to open up the properties just to change the text from a text source. For browser sources, you're also going to be able to refresh the source. For display capture, you're going to be able to choose which display you want to show. And for game capture and window capture, you're going to be able to choose the specific window choice. Now, for media sources, VLC video sources, and image slideshows, you're going to get some additional playback controls, which are really useful if you need to scrub through a video source or if you want to skip to the next image in an image slideshow. Finally, for video capture devices like webcams, or maybe you have a capture card, you're going to be able to have the option to deactivate and activate from the source toolbar, which is super useful because certainly for some of my capture cards, sometimes I need to refresh them by quickly deactivating and activating them again. The next big feature is a new noise suppression filter, which I did actually talk about in my last video, but it's called RN Noise, and it's going to be super useful for you if you have a noisy background for your live streams. Now, OBS OBS Studio version 26 is now officially out, and with it comes a whole heap of new features, changes, and bug fixes. Now, if you've been subscribed to the Gaming Careers channel for a while, you probably know that I cover these OBS Studio updates, and they seem to be super popular with the Gaming Careers community. So we're going to be covering exactly what's new in version 26, paying special attention to those key features that make the biggest impact for your live streams. Just before we get started, I'd like to give a big thank you to the sponsor of the video, Oslo. Now, Oslo is a new software service built from the guys over at Streamlabs that helps you simplify your video review and collaboration process. Oslo allows you to easily upload and share video projects securely in the cloud, where you can get frame-accurate comments right on your videos and post directly to your YouTube channel. If you ever find yourself needing to collaborate on videos, I'd highly recommend checking out Oslo using the link in the description. Okay, so the first new feature, which I think is going to be a bit of a game changer for streamers, is the source toolbar, which is going to allow you to have some really easy control over your different sources in OBS Studio. The source toolbar sits just below your preview window above your scenes and sources and allows easy access to relevant controls for the currently selected source. You might need to toggle the toolbar to be viewable by going to the View menu and then Source Toolbar. Now, depending on which source you have selected, you're going to see different options in the source toolbar, but for every single source, you're going to see two that are common, which is properties and filters, which allow you to easily access the properties and the filters options for that source. But you are going to be able to see different controls depending on which type of source you have selected. So if you select a text source, you're going to see options for font, color, and the actual text shown. So no longer do you need to open up the properties just to change the text from a text source. For browser sources, you're also going to be able to refresh the source. For display capture, you're going to be able to choose which display you want to show. And for game capture and window capture, you're going to be able to choose the specific window choice. Now, for media sources, VLC video sources, and image slideshows, you're going to get some additional playback controls, which are really useful if you need to scrub through a video source or if you want to skip to the next image in an image slideshow. Finally, for video capture devices like webcams, or maybe you have a capture card, you're going to be able to have the option to deactivate and activate from the source toolbar, which is super useful because certainly for some of my capture cards, sometimes I need to refresh them by quickly deactivating and activating them again. The next big feature is a new noise suppression filter, which I did actually talk about in my last video, but it's called RN Noise, and it's going to be super useful for you if you have a noisy background for your live streams. Now, OBS Studio did previously have a noise suppression filter built in, but this new one called RN Noise is an AI-based noise suppression method with significantly better results for voice than the pre-existing method, which is also still available and is under the option Speaks. RN Noise has been built to be small and fast with no expensive GPUs required like you see with the NVIDIA Broadcast, which I've covered on this channel. It runs really easily actually, even on a Raspberry Pi. Now, I covered some comparisons when I did my NVIDIA Broadcast video, so I'll include those now here so you can hear the differences between old OBS Studio Speaks noise suppression, the new RN Noise, and then also I'll throw in the NVIDIA Broadcast noise suppression too. So first of all, this is how it sounds when I am typing with no noise reduction, no noise removal anywhere. This is me speaking whilst typing with OBS Studio's noise suppression filter, the Speaks setting. This is me speaking and typing with the new RN noise suppression filter in OBS Studio. And finally, this is me speaking with the NVIDIA Broadcast noise reduction. Next up, we have Virtual Camera, which is a feature that used to be included as a plugin, which you could optionally install into OBS Studio. They've cleaned it up, got rid of some bugs, and now included it in the official version 26 of OBS Studio. So what Virtual Camera allows you to do is it allows you to use the OBS Studio output as a camera in other applications on your computer. So this really is super useful if you want to impress your friends or colleagues in a Zoom call with some slick production using your OBS scenes, sources, and transitions. It also allows you, of course, to add some filters to your camera, which other software like Zoom probably doesn't allow you to do. A couple of caveats is that it is for video only, so you still will need to go into Zoom or Discord or wherever you're using the virtual camera and make sure you add your microphone as the audio source. Also, right now it is Windows only, although they are working on the Mac and Linux versions too. Now, those, in my opinion, are the biggest three features of OBS version 26, but there's certainly quite a few other changes that they've made, which we'll rattle through now. They've added the ability to take screenshots of the previews, sources, or scenes with hotkeys, something that hasn't existed in OBS Studio since release. They've added sRGB color support, although they've changed it back to default to 709 rather than sRGB because of apparently some incompatibility with YouTube. This is a more accurate color representation if you wish to use it. They've made some changes to projector where you can now right click and make sure a specific projector always stays on top of all other windows. Also, projectors associated with specific monitors will now be deleted when the monitor is disconnected from your PC. They made some changes to the cursor when editing items in the preview just to make it a bit more clear exactly what you are doing, so dragging edges or moving sources around or things like that. They made some big changes to the transition interface just to make it a bit more clear exactly what you're doing or if you're wanting to add a new type of transition. They have increased the update rate of the level meters in the audio mixer from 30 Hz, which they were previously, to now 60 Hz. So you should now see an improved smoothness and responsiveness of your audio meters. If you make use of the auto configuration wizard, which runs when you first install OBS Studio, it will now suggest just standard resolutions like 1080p or 720p when selecting the resolution you'd like to use. For those of you that use OBS Studio for recording, you can now add slashes in the recording name format to automatically create directories when recording or making replays. This is super useful if you want to do something like organize all of your replays or all of your VODs by day. You can create folders based on the date and then all your replays go in those folders automatically. For those of you that use LUTs for your cameras, they've improved performance and accuracy of using the LUT filter. And of course, if you have not yet downloaded my LUT pack of 30 free cinematic LUTs for OBS Studio to use on your cameras, I'll make sure I'll include a link to that down in the description as well as the video card above. If you make use of the VLC playlist source, you can now rearrange the order of the videos inside by just dragging and dropping items rather than needing to click the little up and down arrows. They finally made the change to update the default audio sample rate to 48 kHz instead of 44.1 kHz, which should help with the mass amount of people that have stuttering microphones and things like that. Along with all of these new features we've discussed, they have fixed a whole bunch of different bugs, as always wanting to try and make OBS Studio as stable as possible for all of the people that are using it for their live streams. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite feature is of the new version of OBS Studio. I think for me, it's either the source toolbar or the new RN noise suppression filter. The noise suppression filter is just so useful, especially for all of you that aren't using NVIDIA Broadcast, maybe because you don't have one of the latest versions of the NVIDIA card. So it's really great to have a low weight version of noise suppression available for you in OBS Studio. If you love talking about OBS Studio and streaming and growing your channel and all those kind of things, I'd heavily recommend joining the Gaming Careers Discord server where we have thousands of members, content creators and streamers talking about all these kind of things. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below. A massive thank you as always to the OBS team who continues to work and develop OBS Studio, give you all of these features for free. It really is an amazing tool that so many streamers are using today. If you haven't yet checked out my interview with Jim, who is the founder and lead developer on OBS Studio, it was one of the early episodes of my podcast, which I'll also leave linked down in the description below. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. I need one. Let's say that you just picked up a brand new Logitech webcam because you want to improve the production quality of your live stream. Maybe you picked up the ever popular Logitech C920 or the 4K Logitech Brio, or maybe even the brand new Logitech StreamCam that I reviewed last month. You're excited, you open the box, you mount it on top of your monitor and add it into your streaming software, just to be left with a feeling of disappointment because it doesn't look anything like what you thought it would do. Well, fear not, my streaming friends, because in this video we'll be showing you exactly how you can take your webcam from looking like this to looking like this, and we'll be going through all of the improvements that you can make to fix things like low frame rate, pulsing autofocus, over or under exposure, white balance, washed out or just strange looking colors, and finally, maybe most importantly, how you can actually save these settings so that you don't need to reset them every single time you restart your PC. Just before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Nerd or Die, who have just released their new stream pack called Grid, a minimal impact stream package influenced by streetwear styled graphic design. It features a clean look with bold typography that's available in both Korean and English translations. With overlays, webcam frames, stinger transitions, alerts, and so much more, it contains everything you need for your stream. And as part of Nerd or Die's Supercharged collection, you can install it with OBS Studio, Streamlabs OBS, or Stream Elements in just a few clicks. Check it out and get 10% off using the link in the description. Okay, so right now you're looking at the image of the Sony a6400, but I've just plugged in my Logitech Brio, so let's add it as a source in OBS. It's the exact same process in Streamlabs OBS, and let's see exactly how it looks. So we come down to our sources list, click Add, Video Capture Device. I'm going to call this Brio. Click OK, and it should find the device, and as you can see straight off the bat, horrible image, wrong resolution. Sometimes you'll see these colors improve over time because it's using the auto white balance, so very red now, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 30 seconds it starts to slowly adjust and get my skin tones a little bit more correct. But this is the exact problem, right? Default settings out of the box. You want to repackage up this Logitech Brio or whatever camera you've got and send it back for a full refund because it just looks awful. But hold your horses, we can fix it. So what we're going to do is right click on our source and go to properties, which is going to bring up the camera properties. And the first thing that we're going to fix is this resolution and frame rate. You can see now the colors slightly getting better as the auto adjustments are coming in, but it's still 4:3 and it's not using the right frame rate. So the first thing we want to do is resolution/FPS type. We want to change that to custom. Now we're going to lose our preview just because we haven't got a resolution set. I'm going to set mine to 1920 by 1080, and you should see now we get the 16:9 frame fully filled. Now the Brio, as well as some other webcams, can actually run at 4K, and I wanted to quickly mention why would you want to run your camera at a higher resolution and why would you want to run it at a lower resolution. So firstly, at a higher resolution, it's going to require more processing power from your computer to actually downscale that for your stream and encode it so it goes off to Twitch or wherever you're streaming to. So if you're running at 4K and you only have your webcam in the bottom corner of your gameplay and it's very small, that's probably a waste of resources. The real reason you want to use a higher resolution is if you're doing things like punching into your image and running a full screen webcam to maybe emphasize a point that you're making on a stream. If you run that at a higher resolution, when you punch in, you actually won't lose any detail because you're still technically at least pixel to pixel ratio. Whereas if you are running your webcam at say 720p and you're streaming at 1080p and you punch in, then obviously you're losing some detail. So there's a benefit and a cost to running at a higher resolution. If you're not sure, I would just run your webcam at 1080p. It may only go up to 1080p if you're using something like the C920 anyway. Now for FPS, you can choose to actually dial this in exactly if you know what FPS you want to get out of your webcam, or you can just select to run at the highest FPS possible, which is coming out of your camera. For me, I'm going to do 1080p 60. So once that refreshes, you can see we now have a nice smooth 60 FPS stream. For video format, usually webcams only have one or two options for this. This is just the compression type that is being used. As you can see, the Brio and I believe the C920 both use JPEG, which is motion JPEG. So essentially just a lot of different JPEGs strung together in a video format. But if you do have more than one option, it's sometimes worth just selecting and trying them both out or all three of them out and seeing which one performs best for you. Sometimes they'll run a really uncompressed video format, which means that you get a very low frame rate. So just try them out and see which one looks the best in your opinion. Similarly, for color space, there's a few different options, usually 709 or 601. Try them both out and see which one looks better in your opinion. Lastly, for color range, I'd recommend setting this at full so that you get the full amount of colors available from your camera. There's not usually a massive difference between full and partial, but I would recommend setting it at full. You can leave everything else as it is and just click OK to return back to your stream preview. Okay, so we are looking slightly better, but the colors still look pretty awful, and you can see that over time, I'm slowly getting more and more natural as the Brio is slowly adjusting to be more natural to my skin tones. But still, there is definitely some work that we want to do. And the first bit of advice I would give you is to do with lights. Webcams typically have extremely small sensors. So the more light that you can get on yourself, the better quality and the higher frame rate that your webcam is going to be able to run at. Now, I'm not saying that you need to necessarily go out and spend loads of money on something like the Elgato key lights, because I do realize that they're expensive, and you know, softboxes aren't great either because they take up a lot of room and not everybody has an infinite amount of room to be able to pull their desk back and put a big light behind. But even something really cheap, I think I paid about £25 or $30 for this light from Amazon, or you can get some slightly bigger ones from companies like Newer. But some LED panels from Amazon can be really cheap and make a massive difference to your webcam, because it just allows you to light yourself much better, separate yourself from the background, and then give your webcam a much greater opportunity to be able to run at its full spec. Another tip is that you want to be lighting yourself more brightly than you do for your background. So if you can do things like close the blinds like I have done here, turn off any lights that you have in the rest of your room, and make sure that the light really is brightest on yourself, on your subject, and darker in the background. That again is going to help your webcam be able to focus on you as the subject. Right, so presuming that we have some sort of lighting setup sorted, we can actually jump into the webcam settings and try and fix some of these colors. So how you would usually do that is, again, right click on the source, click properties, and open up this configure video window. And I know a lot of you have seen this window far too much, because typically what happens with some of the Logitech cameras is that you can play around with all the settings in here, adjust them, get it looking exactly as you want to, and when it comes to you restarting your PC or starting it up the next day for your stream, all of these settings have reset back to their default values, which is infuriating, and I understand people's point of view of why they don't want to go around playing with their settings when they have to do it every single time that they start their stream. Well, the good news is I believe I have found some kind of a fix to this, where you can use a separate program from Logitech called Logitech Capture. It doesn't have quite as many settings as this properties window does, but it does save the settings between reboot cycles, so you don't have to go in and adjust all of your settings every time you want to stream. You can download Logitech Capture software for free from Logitech's website. I will include a link for sure down in the description below the like button. So if you want to download this, it's a much better way of being able to set up your webcam settings. Once that's downloaded and installed, you'll probably see a window like this with a big box saying the Brio 4K, which is the one that I've selected, is not available. That's just because we've already got OBS open. So if we head back to OBS and just close it down, we should then get the preview updating in Logitech Capture to show our camera that we've selected, which for me is the Brio 4K, but it might be the C920 for you, or it might be the Stream Cam. So let's work through these settings from top to bottom. Firstly, like I said, make sure that you have the right source selected, so the actual camera that you're wanting to customize, and you be able to see the preview. Make sure the preset is set to custom. That just allows you to actually change the settings down here rather than use some of the defaults that they've already got set up for you. The next option we get is the priority. Do you want to prioritize the frame rate or the exposure? And this can be useful if your lighting is going to change a lot. Let's say that you're streaming in an open environment where windows are letting in a lot of different light. You can set this to prioritize the exposure at the cost of frame rate. But typically, I would recommend selecting frame rate here, which means we get a nice consistent frame rate for the Brio. That is 60 frames per second. Or it might be 30 frames per second depending on how you've got it set up, but it should be consistent and it won't prioritize the exposure. Next, depending on the kind of camera that you have plugged in, you have some options for field of view and HDR. So for the Brio, you can actually go from 65-degree field of view up to 90 degrees and select HDR mode, which doesn't really seem to do much in my opinion, but other cameras I don't think have these two options. So the next option we really care about is autofocus. Now, this sounds like a good feature in practice. It obviously keeps you in focus even if you move around or if you hold something up to your camera, but it comes with a couple of caveats. Firstly, autofocus obviously needs some kind of processing power because it's always going to try and keep you in focus. And secondly, on cameras, older cameras specifically like the C920, when you have autofocus enabled, it can quite often do that focus hunting thing where it sort of warps in and out of your face and it looks like it's trying to find focus. Newer cameras like the Brio and for the Stream Cam don't seem to do this quite as much, so you can leave autofocus on, especially if you're going to be moving around a lot or holding something up to the camera if you're like reviewing a product or something like that. But if you can get away with disabling autofocus and just setting the focus manually because you don't move around a lot, that will save you a little bit of power on the Logitech webcams, and obviously will mean that you don't get that focus hunting. Okay, so next we have auto white balance, which has kind of been the bane of my life for the last few days whilst I've been writing this video. The difficulty that webcams have with auto white balance is that you're usually in front of your computer monitor, which emits a sort of blue light. And the auto white balance will either show that blue light and kind of make you look a bit zombie-like, or it'll overcompensate and just end up showing you as like super red or orange, much too warm in the white balance, looking like you've been out in the sun for too long. So really, when I was scripting this video and originally planning it, I wanted to tell you guys to disable auto white balance, come in here and pick the exact setting that you need to give you a correctly exposed image to make sure that your skin tones look natural in terms of white balance. But what I found in my testing is, depending on the webcam that you're using, if you disable this, it can be really difficult to dial in a exact number that looks natural compared to the auto setting. So you can see here that I'm kind of close, but as soon as I enable auto white balance and give it some time to adjust again, it just gives me a color that I can't seem to find on the slider. It's really strange, and this is partly the reason why I just hate webcam software so much. It seems that some settings are hidden behind these automatic levels and you can't access them through manual controls. What I can tell you is that in my testing, I found that for the Logitech StreamCam, the newest camera, auto white balance seems to work quite well. And for the C920, I found that setting the white balance manually works quite well. But for the Brio, it's really confusing me, because in the review video that I did for the StreamCam, the Brio seemed to have just by far the worst colors on auto settings. And so I definitely thought I was going to be doing manual settings for the Brio. But upon testing the last couple of days, I can't seem to reproduce this color that I'm getting right now, which is quite close to what my natural skin tone is, without using auto white balance. So for Brio, honestly, it seems to be sometimes you need it and sometimes you don't, which I know isn't helpful, but it's just that is how inconsistent this software is. So what is my advice actually for you when you're setting this up? Well, what I would do is I would enable auto white balance if it looks fairly accurate to the skin tone that you have. If not, you can disable it, try and play around with the white balance slider and make sure that you can dial in something that looks a little bit more accurate, but you've just got to experiment and play around for yourselves. So next we have the image settings. This just allows you to fine tune things like the brightness, contrast, sharpness and saturation of the current image. So hopefully you won't have to do too much adjusting here, but it does allow you to have a bit more granular control if you do want to adjust things. So I'm just going to lower my brightness ever so slightly, maybe just bump the contrast a tiny bit, bump the sharpness a tiny bit, and then I'm going to leave the saturation at default, because we're actually going to be fixing the saturation and making the image look a lot more cinematic when we get back into our streaming software, so I don't need to do that here. The last thing that we need to do just in the Logitech Capture software is set the anti-flicker rate. So this is the frequency of your power lines in the country that you live in. So typically for the UK, for Europe and for Australia, this is 50 Hertz, and for America, Canada, and I believe Japan, this is 60 Hertz. So just make sure that you set this correctly, and it will stop the lights that you have in your house or your LED background lights from flickering in your webcam image. So back in our streaming software, you can see that our webcam is looking quite a lot cleaner now, but the last step that we're going to do is to add a filter or a LUT, which is going to make our image look a lot more cinematic, and this is really where you're going to see the biggest difference in your webcam footage. So what a filter or LUT is it's really similar to those that you get on apps like Instagram, where you can basically change the colors and the look of an image basically from applying a certain type of filter and then choosing how high of a percentage of that filter you want to apply to the image. So maybe a year and a half ago, I released a pack of 30 free LUTs for streaming software like OBS and Streamlabs OBS that you can apply to your webcam, and they come in all different kinds of colors. So really, I hopefully have created enough of a variation that no matter how your webcam image looks, you'll find one that really works for you. So I'll show you how to do that here. If you right click on your webcam source and go to filters, and then in the bottom section here we have effect filters, you want to click the plus and apply a LUT. Now you can name this LUT if you want to. I'm just going to leave it as apply LUT, and then you need to browse to the path. So I will leave linked in the description the link to the website where you can download my pack of 30 free LUTs. All you need to do is unzip them, leave them somewhere on your computer where they'll always be, and then browse to that path and then choose which LUT it is that you want. So you can see here OBS comes with some default LUTs. I'm just going to go to the path where all my LUTs are created, and really what you should be doing is opening one, seeing how it looks, seeing if it's right for you, and then opening the next one and choosing one based like that. I already know that this cane one looks quite good, so I'm going to apply that. You can see instantly the LUT has been applied. If I drag this over, you can see it in the full screen preview. Now this is running at 100%, so it might be a bit too heavy of a LUT for some people, but you can see the difference if I click this eye icon. This is without a LUT and this is with one. So I think it's a bit too high for me. I'm going to move it down to say 65% or something like that. But you can see how much of a difference that makes, and it just makes the image look a little bit more professional and more cinematic. And like I said, there's 30 different LUTs in there, so you can go through, make sure that you're changing the browse path, apply a different one each time, and find one that really suits your camera and your look. One last thing to note is that obviously the whole point of this Logitech capture software was that you didn't need to go in and dive into the settings and change them every single time you restart your computer. But one thing that you do need to do is you usually need to launch the Logitech capture software, and then as soon as it's launched, you can close it again. It will then apply the settings that you have saved for your Logitech webcam, and then it's going to be accessible in your streaming software. So sometimes you just need to launch Logitech Capture so it forces those settings on the camera, and then you can close it and run your stream as normal. Hopefully you guys have found this video helpful and you have now got a much better image out of your webcam. Do share your results with me over on Instagram or Twitter or Discord. Just send me a screenshot of what your webcam is looking like now and which LUT filter you ended up using. Also, if you're not already, why not hop into the Gaming Careers Discord, where we have a whole heap of people who are content creators and streamers, and they're discussing this kind of thing all day long. So I'll leave a link to that in the top of the description as well. As always, a massive thank you to the patrons this month who have supported the Gaming Careers channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace. It's a way to like triple stack these.